This is Paul Pearson, host of Star Time. And when I'm not driving my sweet AMC Pacer through the car wash, I'm listening to Rainier Avenue Radio .world. You missed a spot.
Northwest Film Forum's Collective Power Fund is now open for grant applications. Grants are starting at $2,000 up to $10,000 for individual or artist collectives. The annual grant cycle focuses primarily on supporting art that incites public dialogue, pushes boundaries, explores genre fluidity, speaks its truth through an authentic perspective, and is often non-traditional, anti-institutional, socially responsible, or disruptive of any existing structures and conventions. Learn more and apply at collectivepowernw.org.
Tune in to Real Estate and Money every Tuesday afternoon from 2:30 to 3 here on Rainier Avenue Radio .world. Join your hosts Violetta Strash with John L. Scott Kent North and Tina Lombard with Guaranteed Rate Affinity. They'll help you navigate the waters of our volatile real estate market and offer you some guidance on how to make your hard-earned money work to make your dreams come true. Learn about current trends, get tips on financial matters, and have fun, interactive discussions about your home inside and out. That's Real Estate and Money.
This is a Rainier Avenue Radio .world community resource public service announcement. The King County Sexual Assault Resource Center operates a 24-hour resource line for survivors, family, community members, and bystanders to get support. 1-888-99-VOICE. Advocates will answer your call, provide crisis intervention, information and referrals, and ongoing support in English and Spanish. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. 1-888-99-VOICE. Find King County Sexual Assault Resource Center at kcarc.org.
All lovers, check out the Quiet Storm Dedication Show with Sergio LaCour on Love Lines. Thursdays, 9 p.m. Pacific on Rainier Avenue Radio .world.
I love the music.
Feel uneasy on your feet? Need assistance to walk? Do you use a wheelchair and want to stand more? What if you could stand stronger and feel steadier on your feet? What would this mean for your daily life and those closest to you? Join our dance-based walking program to improve balance, coordination, strength, and stamina. Wednesdays, May 18th to June 22nd at 2 p.m. at the iconic Columbia City Theater in partnership with Rainier Avenue Radio and Hugs That Empower nonprofit. Walkers, wheelchairs, and canes, welcome. If you can stand and bear weight for even just 5 seconds, come dance to walk with Tango Stride.
Would you like to see when your favorite Rainier Avenue Radio show comes on? Check out our show schedule, updated weekly at rainieravenue.radio.world.
What's good? You're locked into fresh juice right here on Rainier Avenue Radio. I'm D Money.
What's up? It's Pint Size Patron IDYourself. You heard?
Every Wednesday, 9 to 11, with interviews,
new hip hop and R&B, straight from Washington streets and worldwide.
Don't go nowhere. Here's the first song.
Nation under God, indivisible, approach with a force that seems invisible. We drink gold nectar and make a miracle. The keeper of the gate of your heart is Bobby Digital. Good morning, y'all stuck with good morning. It's like you got walking, talking rigor mortis. At his corpus, we got a bigger office. A sun seeker in the ocean chasing swordfish. We study ants and plants and giving grants to kids. And then a chance to live inside a mansion. And make it better, so when they go into the meta, they ain't gotta worry about that food, clothing, shelter. Alpha, Sigma, Delta, Gamma, Phi, Beta. We build our mind and bodies to make our lives greater. I multiply particle, molecules, and plasma. So from my simulation, real life is mastered.
All that you see is not what you see. There's more to the story.
avoid these bumps. Trying to get our crew out of the slumps. Get our family out of the dump. These wild boys running around here like they trumps. Their pockets getting fat like the clumps. Trying to take us all back to the jump. All conspiracies, histories has been debunked. Like when she found that cat Peppy was only a skunk. I kept AKs in the trunk, diamond chips in my fronts, crack capsules in my jaw. My face looked like the mumps. Icy links on the neck, you respect how we flaunt. Brother Ray kept a closet full of Air Force Ones. How does it feel to have everything you want, except the thing you really want? We grew up to be kings. They thought that we would only be pawns.
All that you see is not what you see. There's more to this show. Hey, 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 hey. Take it from me, the Charlene MC. We get all the money, but we get no sleep.
Rainier Avenue Radio, fresh juice, 9:04 p.m. Myself, D Money.
Pint Size Patron.
Yeah, man. Time for another edition of Fresh Juice, 611. Woo! Man, we opened things up with RZA and Bobby Digital. Which
Both of them.
If you're taking notes at home, this is the same person. We push off of the project RZA presents Bobby Digital in the Pit of Snakes. Coming out on
That
July.
joint was, that was nostalgic.
Right.
And it's high level production for sure. You can hear it.
You know, it kind of reminds me of that artist I think we had about a month ago from Toronto, the Dirty Sample. He's also Old Gorilla Bones, and he would put his title Dirty Sample and the Old Gorilla Bones. And we're like, how do you know Old Gorilla Bones? Like, that's me too.
You got to appreciate it. I mean, the money's going to the same place.
Right?
They took the time to differentiate.
You know, it's a little different than, say, like a Big Crit who uses the same name for his production and for his rapping. So it was like do like Big Crit produced by Big Crit, but
there was that album where J. Cole had like a secret identity, right? You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't though.
It was like, I don't remember which album it was.
Man, well, if you're tuning into Fresh Juice, KOD, got it. If you're tuning into Fresh Juice for the first time ever, man, this is a new hip hop and R&B show on Seattle's Rainier Avenue Radio. We're live every Wednesday, 9 to 11 p.m. We interview artists, and this week, and we'll be bringing them in shortly here in the room. Cory Tate joining us live here in just a minute. But as well as, we play a little game called Take Your Pick in there. Sometimes we give the artists opportunities to do freestyles or live performances. And Cory's going to do a live performance, man, of a joint that's actually dropping next week. So exclusive-ish. And we also, we comb the internets and the email submissions, and we find the best songs to play for you that we found within the past week. In addition to getting you involved in these comments, y'all. Shout out to Facebook user already check in. Respect the crit. Yes.
Right.
Yes. Also, they said, keep up the good work, Daniel. Okay.
Yeah.
We're already doing governments, and it's only 6 minutes into the show, but anyway.
Facial recognition, man.
By the way,
they know you.
They do. They seem to know me. By the way, if you are listening in our Fresh Juice Facebook group, which of course you can watch there from the facebook.com/group/freshjuicemedia, facebook.com/group/freshjuicemedia. It will not allow you to put your name on your comments. So feel free to sign your name at the end of your comment. That way we know who it's coming from. We can shout you out accordingly. So we also are on IG and Twitter at Fresh Juice Media. We live tweet the playlist on there. We tag the artists that we're playing so you can learn more about them there. All the music's on our Spotify playlist. Search Fresh Juice Mix 2022. Fresh Juice Mix 2022. Our archives, past editions of the show, mixcloud.com/Fresh Juice Podcast, mixcloud.com/Fresh Juice Podcast, and of course, Linktree, Fresh Juice Media. Find everything there. And man, check out our new YouTube channel as well, man. The clips that we be posting on there from past editions, hilarious. All right, so we've got all that away. Let's go ahead and bring in our guest, man. And this has been a long time coming, Patron. You know, because right before the pandemic, we were gonna have this guy on. He was doing a group thing. He was gonna bring in all of his artists together, and man, everything went south. So we're very pleased to have our guy Cory Tate in the building, yo. So let's bring him. I'm trying to get this applause thing.
Yeah, welcome.
I'm trying to get, but man, I can't get the applause thing.
Yeah, we get it.
Check,
Give you the live.
Check.
Right, yeah.
1 2 check 1 2. Let me adjust this shit.
Yeah, man.
There we go.
There we go. Cory Tate.
What's up, sirs?
What's good?
And we up.
Y'all need more articulating arms for these mics. I almost said muff mics, but I edited myself because it's not 10 o'clock yet. I was told the rules.
Appreciate it.
I am following.
Much appreciated.
The kids, thank you.
Yeah. The children. I do it for the children.
All right, it's late, but here we go.
My man KJ in the comments. What up?
Yeah, what's KJ? One of our loyal listeners, man.
I see he had the
hello,
pick. He
sir.
changed his hair.
Light Productions, you feel the RZA joint you just played, or Benny the Butcher and Cole better? Ooh.
Yeah.
Benny the Butcher and Cole.
I know we can't play the second one.
I was saying this during the RZA song. I like RZA best when he's completely by himself. Not like I like him production wise when he's with Wu-Tang, but
Yeah.
I like I can only really get into his raps when it's just him.
Okay.
It's just me.
JJ Grand checking in. We heard.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I feel you on that. You know, RZA, just doing one or the other. Yeah, but
I was
doing
going
this together.
I want to say as a rapper, I'd rather hear the Benny and Cole.
Yeah.
But just the musicality of that RZA joint is on another level to me.
Yeah.
That was very like
RZA the
cinematic.
Producer is
That
kind
was
of
pretty
untouchable.
cinematic. Like you listening to that opening track.
Yeah. And it's not that he should only do one or the other. I'm fine with like I like it when he does both. It's just that like him as a rapper is an acquired taste. And there's members of the Wu-Tang clan that like.
Do you watch the show?
I do, yeah.
Okay, I don't know. I haven't started, but I will.
Oh, really?
They said the second season's lit. I wasn't gonna watch it because to me it's like they're living the show right now.
No,
like,
it's great. It's great because the first season, like I think people had expectations that they would get into the 36 chambers right from the first season. That doesn't happen. Like,
Gotcha.
The first season is all build up. It's nothing but like setting up the cinematic universe of the Wu-Tang clan. And then the second season you get 36 chambers and it's fire. I love the show. I don't know, like comments, let us know.
I can only imagine what RZA be saying on there though.
Oh, the kid that plays RZA is I can't like it's like a departure from what you expect of RZA, but it still feels right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
it's not right, but it's right.
I mean, I plan on watching it for sure.
It's clearly right enough for RZA because he's a producer. He runs the show. So
let's see. One of our Facebook users definitely agrees with you, Cory. RZA solo dolo's dope. Timeless with the Woo.
Yes, sir.
Production.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Definitely.
Wu-Tang forever.
What's up, Stacy?
But together.
Look, my girl Stacy
Oh,
in this
Stacey,
in this son of a bee.
Okay, good to see you, Stacy. Yeah.
Keeping it PG-13 in this mofo.
That'll be a challenge for her.
That'll be a challenge for me.
This MFer.
In this MFer. In this MFer.
So, man, how's the week been for you, Cory?
Just the week?
Yeah.
You haven't talked to me in 2 years. You want to know how my week has been?
I want to know how your week is first. We can get to the 2 years. I want to know how your week is.
I'm just giving you a tough time. I really do have to stop myself before swearing like every time. It's like a conscious effort to edit myself. Like I'm just giving you a tough time. I wanted to say SHIT, but I said tough time. Like it takes me a second to like click into PG-13.
The translation doesn't really.
Yeah. I need some subtitles. Right.
Yeah.
Right there. My week's been good.
Okay.
I started a new job a couple of months ago.
Congrats.
Yep, it's very promising, very promising.
Good.
So that's been taking up a lot of my time. and it's a lot of work and it's a lot to learn, but it's a good place to be, I think. So, my weeks have been back on dad grind for the most part. Dad normal guy running a household grind.
Right.
Respect.
Thank you.
Man, how's your week been, Patron?
It went well. Happy belated Father's Day, by the way.
Appreciate it. You too, man. 1 year
thank
in.
you. Thank you. My second one.
This is
my
your second one?
Yeah.
Okay, you were born just before?
Yeah, like a week and a half before.
Nice.
So this is my second one. Like I'm
Happy
definitely.
second one.
I earned this one.
yeah. The first one was like grandfathered in. The second,
right. I was like technicality.
That second one's that I put a year in.
Right.
I get this day.
Yeah. But yeah, and I felt, family made me feel like a king. Gotta appreciate it.
Nice.
Good.
Nice.
That's good, man. But Daniel, how was your week?
Why are we throwing my government name all over this broadcast?
Because you're Daniel.
Because we can't curse.
Because you're Daniel.
Or else we'd be like DMF and money.
Yeah.
So we gotta censor the alias as well.
Censor the alias. I'm sorry, D Money. How's your week been?
Oh, so actually yesterday the station did a big thing for Make Music Day. We were down at Pier 62. There were live performances all day long. A couple of the notables were Fatal Luciano did a set.
We've had him on the show.
P. Washington did a set. Then there were some other groups like Goodie Bag and I'm trying to think off the top of my head, but
I seen the digital poster.
Avenue. Yeah, the digital was.
I saw him post some pics.
There. Yeah, it was cool though. And the station's been doing this for like last 5 years. But Make Music Day is like a whole worldwide thing. So it's a lot bigger in France and England and stuff. But we're trying to get it popping in Seattle. So
yeah, I was at work, or I definitely would have been there, man. Any excuse to go to that pier is pretty lit.
It looks pretty nice, man.
I'll ride the carousel if we have time.
Have you before?
I have, I think twice now.
I've done it twice too.
Yeah.
And I interviewed Fatal Luciano after his set, man. I asked him if he'd ever been on that thing, man.
Yeah.
And yeah, he has some misgivings about it. It was like, man, I ain't even gonna try it, man.
Knowing Fatal, I can see why. He probably don't trust horses, even if they're fake. I love you, Faye.
Gotta love Fatal Luciano, man.
Fatal still to this day my favorite MC ever out of Seattle.
Isn't that?
To this day.
That's dope. And I know he's been a little bit more quieter than usual, if you will. He's been dealing with a lot, and he mentioned that in the interview. He has a new project, by the way. It's called Fly, Fly. So you can go check that out from him, man.
Good.
But what about the wheel for you, Corey? You ever been on that wheel?
I have not.
Do you want to?
Not missing nothing.
Nope. Last time I even was in the vicinity of being able to get on that wheel was on an early date with my ex, and she's scared of heights, and I made her think that I was going to take her on it, and she almost left me that night. Like it was like first date, second date.
Wow.
And she almost like, she was like, if you get me any closer to that wheel, I'm not getting on that. I'm done right now. I was done. Like, I'm just
you're
joking.
Blocked. No.
I already knew she had a thing with heights. That's why I was screwing with her. I almost did it again. I'm bad at the edits. Yeah. So I've never been on it, and part of that is like I'm from here. I'm not paying however much money y'all want for a tourist trap. Like, no. I should get a born and raised in Washington discount to like $1.
I think both times it was somebody who was visiting here too. I was like,
yeah.
Got it.
I haven't been up. I've been up to the top of the Space Needle one time in like 15 years, and it was because somebody was visiting.
Never been.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you should probably go once, but like after that one
thing is
after that one, who cares?
Yeah, I went to the one on like second that's higher than that.
I'm waiting on that discount, like you said, of living here.
Yeah,
because that one I really want the discount.
I feel it. Yeah.
Vegas, like people in Vegas, they get discounts at like on shows.
Try to make that mic closer to your mouth so I can hear you, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you want me to? You want me to caress it like this? You want me to,
or just speak directly into it, like
you want me to finesse it
like a rapper?
Wow, I just gotta get a full screen of that.
No, it's over now. It's over now. It was on the small screen. That's what you got.
Yeah,
you got the small screen.
Pull the trigger
It
quick.
doesn't happen twice.
Wow, this is going to be a really weird show.
Yeah, usually is. Usually is
Just go in there.
when I'm in the house.
KJ Grand says that wheel was used to shoot the last scene of Death Note. What?
Really?
Is that real?
I didn't know. KJ just
Wait,
posted that.
the
There's
Death
a
Note.
movie. There's a movie
The
called
Death Note that Willem Dafoe voiced like the demon character. I know that, but I can't remember if he voiced it as a dub in a Asian production or if it was a Hollywood version of Death Note. I can't remember because I didn't watch. I'm not a Death Note guy. I'm not that big into anime, so I don't know these things.
These teams.
If they were MCU related, we would be having a different conversation.
Right. One of our listeners wanted to get back into the RZA conversation. It says, does this move RZA into one of the best MCs turned producer after the Woo show is launched? Which rapper duo would you all want to see a show on? Kanye, MGK, Jay-Z, Eminem, Killer Mike.
So I read that while we've been talking, and my first point is that he's not a rapper turned producer. He's a producer turned rapper. If anything, he was a producer first. He was producing for other people before he was rapping. I mean, I think he was doing both like pretty much at the same time, but he was definitely producing as long as he's been rapping.
Right.
The chicken did not come before the egg on this one. And I don't understand the second question because the examples he gave is like Kanye, MGK, none of them are. I mean, Kanye and Jay-Z were a producer rapper duo. If I was to want to see a producer rapper duo like biography, it would be Run the Jewels.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Right now, I mean, they're two rappers technically, but LP does all the production, so I still would count it. And I think it's such a interesting combination from two completely different sections of hip hop that like I've never really gotten into like why did they even click up in the I think LP kind of got put with Killer Mike for Killer Mike's project and then they just clicked. And they never stopped making music together.
Right.
I can see that.
And they're one of the illest duos, at least in the last 10 to 20. You know what I mean? Yeah. They got to be up there in the last 10 to 20. I would say possibly ever. I think Run the Jewels is amazing. But just how they connected, I think you could do a cool show with like almost like split, like it's two shows. You've seen Snowfall, right?
Yeah.
So you know how like part of the show is like standard Columbia kingpin drug lord stuff, and then half the show is like in the hood in the 80s. It's like very split, and the stories intersect, but not all the time. Sometimes it's just the stuff. See, I told you, the stuff going on in the hood, and sometimes it's the stuff going on with the CIA and Nicaragua and all that. But it's two stories that cross over, but aren't always on top of each other. I think that could be Run the Jewels. You know what I mean? Like one half of the story is LP, one half of the story is Killer Mike, and at some point they intersect, and you find out why they're even together in the first place. I just spitballed an entire television show pitch right here on internet radio. Listening. You're welcome, LP and Killer Mike. I expect my check.
Yeah, he needs to get his royalties, right?
Yeah, send me my cut.
Yeah, let's see. LP and Killer Mike Snowfall presentation would be dope. Feels like Atlanta meets Money Heist. Okay.
Yeah, I like that comparison. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
I see that. I think it's time for us to play another record, man. We got another local record coming at you from the always solid Grinch.
Yeah.
He got together with Prometheus Brown, otherwise known as Geologic. New record called SMH.
Grinch, nobody likes you, Grinch. Nobody at all.
Big fans over here.
They're lying. They're lying to you. Nobody we like Prometheus though. I'm listening for Prometheus, not Grinch.
The cool thing about this Grinch single is I believe he's going to be performing this in an actual wrestling ring in like a week or so.
If he's not performing in the middle of Whoville, I don't care.
Anyway, let's play Grinch SMH, shaking my head, which I'm doing right now after that comment. But featuring Prometheus Brown right here on Rainier Avenue Radio's Fresh News. Cory Tate's here with us, y'all.
What's up?
He'll be debuting a new joint later on in the show, so stay right here. Here's some new Grinch.
Man, I'm up in the clouds. You would swear that I'm pumping so loud. No doubt, I ain't fucking around. All my real ones ain't know what I'm about. Man, I'm up in the clouds. You would swear that I'm pumping so loud. No doubt, I ain't fucking around. All my real ones ain't know what I'm about. Yo, you see those clowns? Hell nah, I don't need those round. Ain't about to see me go down. Shaking my head like I'm D-Lo Brown. Like I'm D-Lo Brown. Like I'm D-Lo Brown. Ain't about to see me go down. Shaking my head like I'm D-Lo Brown. My rejuvenation and my apologies if you've been waiting. Your dude is latent, that's better than ever. Thought I tapped out, you mistaken. I could never ever go and save Matei. All this town shit, this help pave the way. Suckers, they be wishing I'd fade and decay. Back on my shit, there's nothing they can say. Even if they do, man, for real, it's no beef. I ain't hella shook, I ain't losing no sleep. Ain't my fault, that still the y'all weak. And I'm still the K.O.B., a killer on beats. If you really know me, my catalog be the opposite of true squalor. Sacrificing truth just for a few dollars. Got me singing oops just like the blue scholars. Y'all don't do nada, real herbs. Many y'all jobbers, kill birds. It's way too many blue pills served. Yeah, the truth hurts, here's the real nerds. Breathing rarefied air. They can pop this shit, man, the hell if I care. That's the reason why they there and not here. Homie, don't compare, it's really not fair. Nah, man, I'm up in the clouds. You would swear that I'm pumping so loud. No doubt, I ain't fucking around. All my real ones, they know what I'm about. Man, I'm up in the clouds. You would swear that I'm pumping so loud. No doubt, I ain't fucking around. All my real ones, they know what I'm about. Yo, you see those clowns? Hell nah, I don't need those round. Ain't about to see me go down. Shaking my head like I'm D-Lo Brown. Like I'm D-Lo Brown. Like I'm D-Lo Brown. Ain't about to see me go down. Shaking my head like I'm D-Lo Brown.
Hey, put your ego down when you see Pro Brown. Where did he go? Still in the town, I ain't seen him around. Is he good? Is he dead? Is he cooked? Does he still got fire for the people? Will he ride out when we need to? Did he get canceled or me too? Maybe got tired of the bully that you see through? Yeah. Still got love for the city disappearing like the Amazon jungle. Now we fighting over Amazon crumbs when the cameras all gone. Will they still be here when the Amazon crumble? He really on humble? Or was it all fake? Is he heel or face? Is he real or fake? What you do this for? Keep your mask on like a luchador. Screw face on when a screw job come. No vaccine to get rid of being sick for these smart marks. That's a hard part. Not what it seemed when you watch a screen. What you thought you seen. You be botching things, fucking copping things. And yeah, you know.
Man, I'm up in the clouds. You would swear that I'm pumping so loud. No doubt, I ain't fucking around. All my real ones, they know what I'm about. Man, I'm up in the clouds. You would swear that I'm pumping so loud. No doubt, I ain't fucking around. All my real ones, they know what I'm about. Yo, you see those clowns? Hell nah, I don't need those round. Ain't about to see me go down. Shaking my head like I'm D-Lo Brown. Like I'm D-Lo Brown. Like I'm D-Lo Brown. Ain't about to see me go down. Shaking my head like I'm D-Lo Brown.
Woo! Grinch, new record featuring Prometheus Brown, SMH.
That's a heater.
And D-Lo Brown.
Am I on?
Yeah. You're good.
Oh, good.
You're
Okay.
good.
I didn't hear myself at first. I said that's a heater.
Yeah, that is a heater, man. KJ Graham definitely agrees. One of the hottest tracks this week. Definitely when you know who D-Lo Brown is.
Shout out to D-Lo Brown, man.
Oh man, we were with Cory Tate live. Myself, D Money.
Pint Size Patron.
And look at it. We got ID yourself.
I am here. What up, y'all?
What's happening? What's popping?
Not too much, man. Being a busy bulldog. Really working hard on my album. I swear, man. This is
takes time, man.
It's like the marathon race. You see Hercules at the bottom, or no, not Hercules. I'm sorry. You see Rocky at the bottom of the steps. You know the music starts, and he starts doing all that training and stuff. You know, I'm just training right now. I'm just getting ready.
I feel like going up the steps.
No, up and down, brother.
Oh, up and down steps.
The bout is to come.
Yeah. Man, what we're gonna go ahead and do right now is shout out some birthdays, and first we'll take a look at some of the people in the scene that'll be celebrating some birthdays this week, man. So right off the bat, today celebrating a birthday, the one and only Dice. It's her birthday.
Dice. Happy birthday, Dice.
Yeah.
I miss Dice, man. Last time I spoke to her, she was in Florida. Last time I spoke to her, she must have sent me a picture. She's like, I just want to show you what I'm looking at. And I was like, all right, I love when people do that, you know what I mean? And she just sent me a picture of it, and it was just like it was a balcony, and it was a beach, and then it was a glass that she was drinking something. But it was just like a whole cityscape. I'm sorry, a whole like waterscape of just the whole horizon was just water, and then the beach, of course. But it's just like I was like, wow, it was so refreshing in that text message.
Really?
But yeah, she's always a good voice to hear from.
Happy birthday to her.
Yeah, happy birthday, Dice.
Next up, Stacy's birthday is today.
Happy birthday, Stace.
That's dope. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
I am the worst best friend ever. I am the worst.
No, you
best
no
friend ever. Are you?
You know you know why you're the best? You're the best
I am
because
the worst.
You're the best because
Nobody's not.
No, I'm gonna tell you. You're the best because you scripted for us to say that.
I love you for trying, but she knows. She knows. She didn't get a text from me all day.
I was trying to pull you out the nosedive.
This
I
girl
was like,
knows.
Don't do it.
This
Don't
girl
do
knows
it.
that I ain't nothing right now. I am less than nothing. Baby, I love you. I am so sorry and happy birthday. It is not. The 19th is your birthday, girl.
Oh, is she lying?
I am.
Is it within the week? If it's within the week,
you might be fronting.
Man, Stacy, you better be lying right now. I will kill you. You are making me second guess my entire life right now.
Hey, relax. You need to relax.
This is gaslighting. This is gaslighting at its finest. It is not your.
You about to dog walk somebody, yo? What's going on over there?
You are stupid.
Relax.
You're 19. You're showing your No cursing. It ain't 10 yet, woman. Chill out. You have me messed up.
What's going on over there?
I was the worst best friend for about 10 seconds until you just admitted that you are the worst best friend. I hate you right now.
This might become a clip on our.
It probably needs.
I think he's going for the clip of the episode at the end. I was like, this is it right here. We're 30 minutes in. Yeah.
Nah, she's in trouble.
Nice and spicy.
All right,
she's in trouble.
Let's keep the birthday love going, man. Rich Pitton, who is the manager of the Sky Creative, formerly known as the Sky Movement, helps out Clint Rashad. It's his birthday today. Tomorrow, recent guest Swamp Tiger celebrating his birthday.
Hey,
yeah,
Swampy.
What's up, Swamp?
I can't wait to see what he's doing, man. I'm gonna try and be wherever he's at. He's so cool.
Better stop talking. No more comments
on
from you.
Saturday. Big Spiff celebrating his birthday, man.
Happy birthday, Big Spiff.
Yeah, he been
birthday, Spiff.
Repping the town for a minute. On Sunday, producer Jake Crocker. It's his birthday.
Happy birthday,
I actually know of Jay. Jay is cool. He's a cool cat.
And on the same birthday as Jake Crocker, this guy.
Hey, I know him.
Happy birthday, Daniel.
Let me tell you about this piece of man. Let me tell you about this guy.
And knowing that you pick your own photos,
this son of a beast.
No, you know what? It's the fact that he picked the photo that I think is his profile picture on Facebook right now.
I know.
I mean, at least he picked a real photo. He used my new profile pic.
I was like, you look like that.
It would have been funny if he would have did that thing. If he would have did that, like,
I didn't even know what new profile pic was. He used the same pic that everybody has on their profile right now for mine. I was like, but
I thought he was gonna do that thing where he puts a picture of his cat, you know.
Yeah, man. Well, it's Sunday. It will be my birthday, and then Monday, comedian Chris Zapata, who's been on the show a couple times. It'll be his birthday on Monday. So
my girl's birthday is the 21st of next month, and then my sister, I think I already mentioned hers last episode, but we just celebrated her birthday. We went to a little bar. Actually, I'm officially like 82 days sober, but in general, I went to the bar establishment, kicked it with some cups of water, and chilled with my sister for a little bit. That was awesome. You know what I'm saying? One more final shout out to my sister's birthday. That was this month. You know what I'm saying? Last weekend we went out and did that.
Okay, no, you got anybody? You got a shout out, Patron, for birthday?
Yeah, shout out to my nephew Akai, birthday coming up on Tuesday.
Okay. What about you, Corey? Anyone not named Stacy?
Stacy, I don't even know a Stacy anymore.
You're the worst for not knowing I was front.
Yo, Patron, how you say his name?
Yeah, no, I don't even know who that is. Get her out the chat.
I can technically block her if I wanted to.
Don't block her.
Well, we'll save her birthday for her actual birthday. Yeah, my nephew's name is Akai.
You can bring me back. You can bring me back around January when her actual birthday is. Since I won't be back for a while. My brother's birthday is next month, July 14th. Happy birthday to Curtis.
Shout out, Curtis.
And my middle child, Sean, is turning 15 in. Nope, he turns 15 in January. I don't know anybody's birthdays, including my children's. So whatever. I know my brother's. I'm just never going to talk again.
No, you're good. Air it out.
It's going to be a ridiculous interview.
Air it out.
All All right, yo, we're actually overdue for our first commercial break, so we're gonna go ahead and do that real quick. When we come back, of course, we got Cory Tate here, man. ID yourself. He'll come back. Pint Size Patron and myself, D Money. Don't go nowhere. This is Fresh Juice on Rainier Avenue Radio. Keep it locked. Uh-oh.
Yo, what's
What?
What's up? It's your man B-Boy Fidget, and you tuned in to Rainier Avenue Radio, Fresh Juice, with my man D Money, Pint Size Patron, and ID yourself. Let's get it.
What's up, my good people? It's your girl, Queen Bree, director of Clean Greens Farm and Market, stopping by to invite you to our block party style grand opening. Come join us June 25th, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at 116 21st Avenue. There will be free food, live demonstrations, samples of our fresh organic produce, games, and more. For more information and to stay updated on Clean Greens, follow us on Instagram at Clean Greens Farm Market. And I'll see you at the block party, June 25th.
1, 2, get down. What's up, big and little homies? This is Masvita Maraire, host of Seattle Sports Weekly on Rainier Avenue Radio.world, your one-stop shop for Seattle sports. We cover preps, we cover college, we cover pro, we cover it all. Huskies, Mariners, Seahawks, Garfield, South, Roosevelt, Petro, King County. This is where you want to listen to for all the sports that's happening in Seattle. Seattle Sports Weekly on Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
See a bad
Women are not an homogenous group.
We face discrimination differently depending on factors such as ethnicity, age, socioeconomic status, and more.
Rainier Avenue Radio is proud to amplify women's voices.
They are the experts of their own lives, initiating conversations within their community about challenges they face, the solutions they're working on, and the opportunities they see.
Please join us this Sunday from 2 to 5 for Women's Voices on Air. We know our challenges. We are the experts of our lives.
We are master multitaskers, prioritizing our family, friends, and our faith above our own needs.
Our needs and voices are too often overlooked.
Please join us this Sunday from 2 to 5 p.m. for Women's Voices on Air.
We tell our stories in our own way.
Support Rainier Avenue Radio comes from Black Art Legacies, a multimedia project highlighting the vital role of Black artists and Black arts organizations, past and present, across the Northwest cultural landscape. Black Arts Legacies include video, photos, and written profiles highlighting 26 local artists and their unique contributions to the arts in Seattle and beyond. Visit crosscut.com/BAL to explore the artists, download podcasts, and more.
Ladies and gentlemen and ladies, this is the kid Legacy Jones. You are now listening to Fresh Juice on Rainier Avenue Radio with your host D Money, Pint Size Patron, and ID yourself. You heard?
Let's dance, stir fry, and then you knock the ball, then you knock on the bird, and then you freestyle when you swing your right shoulder, do it again, swing your right shoulder, swing your right shoulder. Now shimma back with it, shimma to the front with it. Everybody turn and dance with it. That. Girl, if you like me, shake your bam bam. Whether you from New York, whether you from England, pick up the sexy girls and jump one. Can you know if you sit down like champion? The French Island girls are number one. Bump catch if and the rhythm, this a big song. Here dance my name, them sit down pan. Up me, I make money, me no response. Now the girl no keep social distance. Them a give to me without resistance. Every girl see me, them want a chance. Them say I me make them love dance. You see when them make big entrance. Wop like Skilly Bang 6 pants. Bust a dance when you Jamaica, Canada, all over them a watch the girl with the big bumper. See them a wine with me. Thunder clap loud like thunder. Sabi a do it on him. Swing your right shoulder, do it again. Bring your right shoulder, swing your right shoulder. Now shimma back with it. Shimma to the front with it. Everybody turn and dance with it. That dance with it. I saw the thing go. All over the world is a thing go. I saw the thing go. When we drop this, I want and a feeling go. Nobody can have an a king go. The girl them love when me sing so. Wanna bring back in a linga. Wanna bring back in a linga. Wanna bring back in a linga. Fine. Every girl them a that Dance with it. Fine. Every girl start. Dance with it. Dance with it. Dance to it. Everybody dance with it. Dance with it. Stir fry, stir fry, stir fry, and then you knock him out, knock him out, knock it, then you stack on the bird, stack on the bird, stack on the bird, and then you freestyle, freestyle, freestyle when you
Rainier Avenue Radio, Fresh Juice. That is Mr. Vegas out of Jamaica with Let's Dance, featuring Topo Las Mascara and DJ Ronnie.
That joint was live.
Woo!
That was such an interesting choice.
I started sweating just from listening.
Yo, did y'all know the new Jamaican dances? Any of them? I know you guys don't like Pond the River and stuff like that.
I don't even think I know. Look like I would know the new Jamaican dance.
I'm gonna give you guys a new one. There's a new one called Fly the Bird.
Oh, you gonna do it? You gonna do it real quick?
I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna give you a small example.
Don't fall for that peer pressure.
Check it out. Check it out. So you put your hands up like this, right? And all you gotta do is fly the bird.
You gotta fly the bird.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you gotta do it. But you gotta do it. You gotta do it. My bad. My dog is going crazy. But you gotta do it.
New age Harlem Shake. Fly the dog.
What's up, puppy?
Fly the coop.
What's up, puppy?
Man, that gave me a Kulo vibes from Pitbull though.
That I thought that's what he was saying.
But
Kulo.
actually, fun fact.
Pretty sure that they were using that.
Fun fact. One of the remixes of Kulo was made by Mr. Vegas way back in the day.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Well, that makes a lot of sense.
But this is a brand new joint though, so it was just based on it. So
much respect to those Pond the River.
Yeah. It is 9:39. You're tuned in to Rainier Avenue Radio's Fresh Juice. We got Cory Tate here in the studio. And tonight we are drinking some, we haven't had apple juice in a minute, man. But
on the treetop.
I would just like to point out that it's treetop and not fresh juice.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
Tree juice.
This guy.
What he means to say.
I'm not complaining
about
it. I was just pointing out a misnomer.
He's just hating. It's good though. It's actually a 100%.
Nah. It's fresh juice. It's just not fresh squeezed.
It's 100% apple juice on there. It says.
It was just
exactly
tonight.
It's
That's
fresh.
True.
It's fresh. It's just not freshly squeezed.
This is actually a honey crisp edition too, so it tastes a little bit.
We're just missing adjectives here. That's
it is
all.
100% pure pressed.
Yeah.
Oh,
they're
we
not
got that in the
paying
fridge
them.
over
They're
here.
not paying you for this. Why are you doing this? They're not paying you.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
They're one of the better apples.
That's my
You
girl's
get a check from
favorite.
Treetop. Better tell them to cut Treetop. Cut the check. Cut it.
You need to relax.
All right, we need to cut the treetop. Okay.
You cut the check or get cut.
What we're gonna do instead right now is play our favorite game show, Take Your Pick.
Pim, 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 pim.
Yes, this is your chance to play along on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. We will give you an option of 2 different options, and you choose one of them. It's based on a card game called Take Your Pick. And go ahead and just put your answer there in the comments. We'll flash them up on the screen. Of course, we're all going to play along, and we'll do about 5 of these. So here we go with our first one. Live in a zombie apocalypse or a robot apocalypse?
What's a robot apocalypse?
Terminator, Matrix,
iRobot.
iRobot.
Okay. I'm gonna go with zombies. I'm going with zombies.
I'm going zombies.
Going with the zombies?
Because computers can advance and like
No,
learn
we'll
and
lose
like copy
against
and like dog.
We'll lose against computers.
All
We
day
have
in the
a choice
hallway.
against zombies.
All day in the hallway. We would lose badly, son. They would go 40 for 40 on. They would go 40
I
on
think
us.
I'm gonna go with the robots.
Are you just trying to say? Are you just saying the robots so you can be the one that says the robots?
No, I want to throw water on them and just see how they handle that.
I promise you, that's the first thing they're figuring out.
Stop, dog. Patron, you need to realize.
They are figuring out how to deal with water, and they are figuring out how to deal with EMPs first and foremost, and then we are screwed from there.
And secondly, have you seen iRobot? They were in the rain.
Yeah. The Matrix, it's raining in the real world half the time in the movie. Like it's just downpour, and those robots.
They're gonna look at your little water balloons
Patron's
and
dead
laugh
in the
at
first
you.
10 minutes of this
You
movie.
feel me? He's died. Man, the first 10
Patron
minutes.
died already. Patron's the guy that died as the Terminator is getting sent back in time to kill John Connor. He's already dead before the movie even starts.
Yeah, I just don't mess with
Now
the dead.
that is the
Like, I
clip of the
don't
episode.
I don't mess with no black magic. I don't mess with none of that. Like the living dead.
I mean, I can take a bat to a zombie's
Do you
head.
believe in
I'm so
voodoo?
much more comfortable with my
rocking.
level of the possibility. Somebody asked, what type of zombies?
Hey, Patron,
I
do you
Am
believe in
Legend
voodoo?
zombies or Silent Hill robots might be it.
I'm getting it. Yeah, man. We got most people are saying zombies, but
I think you might have a point. Like if it's 28 days later zombies. If it's running zombies,
There's no. Come on, fam.
There's
zombies,
different levels.
If you sever the head, brother.
Zombies that don't just stagger toward you in large groups. Like I'll take the zombies that stagger.
Yeah, the slow ones.
The running.
You can't
zombies
pick
come
the
at you
zombies.
like
Shut that
multiple
down.
what?
You can't pick whoever's in the comments like that. You can't pick the zombie. Either you're taking the zombies. There's gonna be half of them are running, half of them are crawling. One's gonna come from up underground. Like they're gonna be everywhere.
I take the zombies still. I'm still taking the
That's
zombies.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
ID yourself, guy.
Come on, man.
Facebook user.
They should
ID
have. They
yourself.
should have.
Who
threw
said
the
that?
vampires in there. They should have threw vampires in there. They should have threw vampires in there.
But yeah, I'm definitely taking the zombies too, because you can hide from the zombie. Man.
Yeah, you're not hiding
You're not
from.
hiding from AI.
They got pros.
Yeah, dog. They got yo, your Batman goggles are crap, bro. They got the laser vision, fam. They got the red beat, bro. You're done. You remember Cyrax? Y'all remember Cyrax and Sector from? Bro, come on, man. Mortal Kombat taught you lessons.
No robots.
No robots for Teresa Pale.
Nope.
None.
No.
None.
That's my girl.
No, I barely want to talk to my phone.
Yo, family was uppers.
Was uppers. What up? What up?
Because I like some Wall-E robot apocalypse and the basic zombies. What?
It just goes back to ID's point about you don't get to pick. It's either a zombie apocalypse or a robot apocalypse. What comes with it may come. Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm still going with the zombies, man.
On to the second.
I can hit a zombie.
Yeah, but
you feel me?
I can hit a zombie. That robot's probably getting me. I've seen
I bet
favorite movie of all
he's
time.
got wheels and I bet he's got wheels in his kneecaps. He's gonna fall to his knees and just keep on rolling at you.
No,
Bro.
like what if the robots are like Transformers? What if they're all Transformers? What if the entire robot apocalypse, every robot?
Bro, you're gonna see the first zombie, and then you're gonna see the first zombie. You're gonna see the first zombie, and he's gonna go, and then you're gonna be like, oh no,
right.
bro,
Right.
Teresa Pope says, "I like robots." You just said no robots just a second ago.
That's my girl. Babe, what are you talking about? I really guys want to know what you're talking about. They want to know if you do like robots or if you like the zombies. Do you want to fight the zombies or the robots?
Yawan says, "LOL, me too." All right, let's go on.
That's important to point out.
Yeah.
Let's go on to our second one. Take your pick, yo. Be the student who sleeps in class or be the student who talks in class.
I did both.
Yeah, why not both? If you're gonna be a delinquent, be a full-on delinquent, guys.
Let me just say something real quick. I'm gonna speak to an old episode that I actually said this before in another episode, but they say that you use 100% of your brain when you're actually doing something you love.
Who is
so
that?
I was the. You know what? That's I have
Neil
that in my
deGrasse
list of-
Tyson.
Bro, hold on. I have that in my list of ID the questions. I swear that's one of them. But like, check it though, real quick. If that's really true, then like and I'm just gonna go ahead and give my answer. Also, I was the talker in class, but at the same time, I grew to be a talker. I'm a networker for basically a living, and I still to this day do what I love for a living to feed my family. So it's like, if you really are the chatting person in class like I was, like, I mean, hopefully that leads to something good. You feel me?
I definitely sleep every night, so I guess that I was preparing during class. You know what I'm saying?
Dog, you're killing me, fam.
No, I was a talker. Like I think like, you know, that's where your personality is kind of built. Like during those years, not necessarily supposed to be during, you know, course, but if that's when you
blossom,
gain your audience, if that's when you blossom, that's when you get your audience, then it is what it is, I guess. I don't know that I have a preference, man. Am I tired that day or am I talkative that day? I guess we'll find out.
I know. When I was growing up, I was definitely the kid who slept in class a couple times, man. And,
yeah,
I can see that in you, Daniel.
I would get in trouble with that too. Just like, wake up!
I mean, if you're not snoring, I would just let you cruise.
Yo, D, did they ever call your parents, D Money?
No, they didn't call my parents, but I definitely got sent to the principal's office once for sleeping.
Damn.
Sons of bees called my parents all the time.
You know, I don't like waking up early, man. It just kept on messing with my my rhythms.
Night owl.
They always have my phone in the office. They always have my phone in there.
I knew. They put your phone in the office.
I was always texting in class, and so they'd take the phone and then like they get back to me, and the next day I'd be texting again. They would like put it in the principal's office. I have to go back and get it at the end of the school day.
Yo, you're young. You were able to text in class. I didn't even have a phone at that point.
No, you're not supposed to. Like I would get caught.
I had a pager, bro.
A pager, yo.
You had to hit me 911 if you wanted me to call you back.
I mean, I wasn't like I wasn't cool enough to get like a sidekick, but I got like a razor though.
So Stacy says I was always both, dependent on the class. Okay.
Well, I was gonna say you can
that
talk.
Still describes her.
You can only talk in certain classes.
That still describes my girl Stacy. 1 minute. Yeah. Next minute.
I'm dead right now. This is like a therapy course.
The Stacy hate is going crazy now.
She's getting it for screwing with my brain chemistry earlier.
Facebook user says
talking class, at least you stay woke.
Stay woke and are influencing the narrative.
Influencing the narrative.
I was not thinking deep enough to influence any narratives in high school, man. I was probably high.
Right.
I was stoned.
I didn't want
to be there. Like I was probably gonna leave after that.
What are we on right now, yo? We are tripping right now.
All right, next
all-time top 5 best episodes ever.
All right, here we go with our next one. Live in ancient Greece or live in ancient Rome?
Ancient.
Can I just die instead?
Wait a minute.
I don't want to
define ancient. What is ancient?
I thought they were the same.
Hey, aren't they the same?
No.
Hold on. I'm looking up the definition. Hold on.
Rome is in Greece, right?
No.
Greece is.
So are you the 300 or the
Rome,
the
Italy,
or the dude with the piercings?
Right,
it says ancient is belonging to a very distant past and no longer in existence. That's all it says. Or it says or an old person.
You looked up ancient? You didn't look up the difference between Rome and Greece. You looked up ancient.
Yeah, I want to know what he meant. Like how old ancient? Like how old?
That's like back when they touched other little boys.
Like
that's when they're talking about. They're talking about.
I'm not trying to be like
talking about
little,
creepy white dudes in bathhouses. I don't want to be back then at all. You can just remove me from existence.
Let's see.
Period.
Both Greece and Rome were hella ghetto. Neither Axum or Timbuktu. India was the only popping spot.
Yo, who's got?
Bro.
Yo, like you just got Google on standby, or are you just super smart?
He said India's popping spot.
We're talking to Siri right now. I swear that's Siri, bro. We're talking to Siri.
Elephants.
I wouldn't. I don't want to go back. I don't want to.
Shaking my head. Wow.
Yeah. No, she's probably right.
I think she's still thinking about the Grinch record.
Yeah. Nobody wants to go back to ancient Rome or ancient Greece.
Yeah. I guess
nobody's even trying to answer that. Can we shuffle this question?
Greece.
Next.
No. If I had a choice, I'd probably do Greece.
I'd probably do Greece.
Yeah, because I just.
Do I get to be one of those fat dudes eating grapes with like?
You know what? I do have an answer.
What?
I'm gonna go with Rome. You want to know why?
Why? Why are you Roman?
Because when in Rome, shoot.
When in Rome, might as well be in Rome.
Do what Romans do.
You gotta act Roman. I'm gonna have a toga on and I'm gonna be having a great time.
Man, I'd have died.
Nah, dog. What you gotta do is you gotta get up in there. You gotta get up in there. You gotta shoot your shot, right? You gotta find you some bait, shoot your shot, and have her feed you some grapes like the real Romans did, bro. Put your little sandals on, fam, with your Jesus slippers, yo.
No, you send me back there as like an important person who doesn't have an affection for young boys. I don't want that.
You know what I love about this question? Because I was watching the Ninja Turtles, the Deceptive one though. When they went back in time.
When they go back to feudal Japan.
Bro, that shit was epic, bro.
It's the worst one of those movies.
All right, speaking of movies, on to our next one. Our next on movies.
That's the worst one.
It was.
It's so bad.
All right, here we go. Take your pick. Ghostbusters or Mission Impossible?
Mission Impossible.
You guys are effed up for that.
Not even difficult.
Hey,
it's not even hard.
You're sleeping on Ghostbusters.
It's not.
It's not funny.
It is not even hard.
I don't think I've ever seen Mission Impossible.
It is not even hard. Mission
That is
Impossible,
such a classic movie.
Compared
to like that. I feel like Mission Impossible is like your average action movie compared to like that all-time classic.
average. Nah, fam.
Yeah,
No.
average.
Mission Impossible has like 7 of them. It's a full franchise as opposed to just
It can
2 good
suck
ones.
it.
Okay.
Bro, compared to 007,
We're not talking about the franchise.
But they're not. But 007 is not an option. ID Yourself. Okay. If he had asked me Mission Impossible or 007, I'd have said 007. That wasn't part of the question. We're talking Ghostbusters versus Mission Impossible. Mission Impossible is 7 movies deep. It has been different every single time. They are not all the same. Watch the first one, then watch any of the other ones. They are completely different.
I'm gonna let you have
I haven't seen any of them.
Well, then you can't answer this. I would get mad.
I was gonna go. You know what I was gonna go. I was gonna say. I was gonna say Bill Murray, and he weigh in on that because who's gonna jump on top of Bill Murray with that?
There is one. What? There is one.
He just saw Mission Impossible 1 last week.
There is one legitimately good Ghostbusters movie, and there are 3 not so great Ghostbusters movies. There are 7.
I was gonna say, man, Tom Cruise is a questionable actor.
And I'm not messing with Tom Cruise, bro.
Questionable.
He is a questionable person. He is.
I felt eyes wide shut on his whole career. Okay.
Well, y'all tripping. Let me just say
but he wasn't really killing these roles either. It was just good film.
Blue Sky? Are you serious right now? His movies were whack.
Vanilla Sky.
Your point. Or
Vanilla Sky. Yeah.
And
Blue Sky was the MGK record. My bad. That's the MGK record.
The 2 worst movies in his catalog. We're talking about Risky Business, Top Gun. We're talking about Rain Man. We're talking about
Top Gun was only dope because of the soundtrack. Keep going.
Get out of here. The new Top Gun is fire. Fire. First Mission Impossible is epic. All of the Mission Impossible. That's the best act. That's one of the
don't
best
say most all, bro. Like 90% of Mission Impossibles are whack.
There's one bad one. Bad one.
I just said he was questionable.
We're gonna agree to disagree. We're gonna.
I like a few good men. I like
fight. I will actually fight.
A few. Go ahead.
I dig. You give me the OG Mambo vibes right now when he went hard on Batman the other week.
I'm feeling some type of way right now. Can you feel that? I had my spinach this morning.
It was a few good men and then one more that I was like, yeah.
Him on Tropic Thunder.
You know what it is? Because my mom used to manage
role ever. All
time. I was gonna say Jerry Maguire.
Jerry Maguire, man, y'all are sleeping.
Teresa Pope just says Mission Impossible is a copycat of 007.
That's not even accurate.
Throw that shade.
Thank you, babe.
Throw that shade.
That's not even accurate. They're really not that similar. They're just both spy stuff.
All right, let's get on.
Is it 10 yet? Can I swear this is getting hectic?
Closing in.
We're pretty close, actually. We're on to our last one.
Teresa Pope. Teresa Pope.
All right.
Fam.
Fight a bear or fight a lion?
What was the question?
Fight a bear or fight a lion?
Fight a bear or fight a lion? Fight a bear or fight a
lion.
I'm fighting the bear. At least he ain't.
I'm gonna fight the bear because I'm Rasta and we don't mess with the almighty lion. Yeah,
I think bears are terrifying.
Bears, man, my God.
Bro, a bear you can. Bro, here's the thing about a bear. You can outsmart a bear. You can outsmart a bear. The lion's not gonna stop, bro.
Can you? Bear?
Yeah, you can.
Your best bet with either of these creatures is to crawl into a fetal position and don't look them in the eye.
So what?
Your best bet with either of these creatures is to crawl into a fetal and not look them in the eyes. Bears are stronger.
Nah, fam.
Man,
fight like a man.
Hey, KJ, you got some specific on them.
You don't
breaking off one of the fat sticks and me and Baloo gonna go at it, fam.
You might end up having to fight Simba. You should take the chance.
Nah, I'm going with Baloo over Simba.
Baloo's messing you up, bro.
I feel like if you're fighting either of them, you're dead either way.
You are definitely not.
I think the bear's killing you first.
If they're actually fighting.
So if you're like, I want it to end quicker, I'm gonna go.
Yes, you can just.
Wait, no. That's a good point. Wait, that's a good point. Corey, wait. Corey said if they're actually fighting, and that's a good point. So are they acting like animals or are they acting like humans? Are they fighting like humans or fighting like animals?
It's whatever happens. Which one do you want to be stuck in?
He said it's on sight, son.
Leo squabbled with that bear for 20 minutes straight.
What in the world? What, you want to befriend them both? You want to befriend a bear?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll beat the crap of little bear.
That'd be so sad too. I'd be rooting for Little Bear. I'd be like, yo, get that guy off you, man. Kick him, scratch him, bite him, do something.
Little Bear.
That man is abusing you.
Shut the Little Bear.
Who let that man in the zoo? Get that man out the zoo. Lifetime ban. KJ Grant, get a lifetime ban.
Out the zoo. They the ones trapping him.
Nah, fam, you don't get to go to the zoo anymore. You're cut.
Oh my God, that's take your pick for today.
I dare any one of y'all to go to the zoo.
No.
No.
I mean, I have kids, so I probably will. Is that the end of it? I dare you to go to the zoo.
Like I'm 8 years old.
I dare you to go to the zoo and that's it. Are we done? Is that the end of the sentence? I dare you to go to the zoo. Okay. That's a dare I can do, guys.
I'm cool off that, man.
All right, it is 9:57 p.m. We got Cory Tate in the studio. We're actually going to get to one of his joints. We played this one a couple weeks ago, and there's a video to it for Self-Aware, featuring Speedy the artist.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
KJ said he still be banned, victorious. Yeah, you're not missing nothing at the zoo, man. Ban me.
You're missing the animals.
I'm standing outside selling t-shirts and they ban me.
Yeah. So Self-Aware. Tell us about the making of this little record here, Cory, with Speedy. What was it like working?
Oh, well, I've known Speedy for over a decade. Speedy's my boy. So we don't see each other as much as we probably would like to see each other, but there was a time when me and him were at the studio together all the time. The guy that I came up with, Randy Ross, who's one of the lead engineers at Undercast now.
Shout out to Randy.
Yeah, Randy's like, me and Randy go way back. And when we first met Speedy, he would come through Randy's spot at his house where I was recording all of my stuff all the time. And we did so many songs together that never even got put out. Like Speedy and I have a pretty storied relationship. So anytime that I'm working on a project, I'm almost always looking for something that I can do with him.
So Cory, if I can I jump in on what you're saying? Like when it comes to like, I'm on your social media and I'm seeing like Nas and you know what I'm saying, like really, really good album covers, Jay-Z, Wu-Tang Forever, so on and so forth. So when you go to these sessions and you build these records, are you kind of going in with like an old school vibe? Like kind of how you're laid back like you are now, or do you go in with like a newer school, like let me try and do something different?
Like this is laid back?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I think it really depends on what beats are getting put on. You know what I mean? I'm not usually going into, I mean, moods vary, moods affect what you're going to write that day. Self-Aware is not like it's kind of a style that I don't do all the time, especially anymore. It's a little more like double time raps, getting a little bit more. There's some political content on there. There's a lot of just I rap better than you rap type of content on
that kind of rap.
You know what I mean?
I noticed that. Well, you said about the mood thing, and I noticed that sometimes when I'm even writing, it could be like my mood is battling the beat I'm playing, and I'm trying to find the beat that matches what I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I don't force nothing. I don't force nothing. Sure. Eddie K. Salute to Eddie K. He did the beat on Self-Aware, and he sent it to me. And it was mostly just the sample that you hear, the squirrel chipmunk type sample with the drums and everything. And then I wrote to it, and then he took it again and did some more stuff to it and changed up some arrangement. But I had to hear the beat and go, that's the kind of mood I'm in. I'm in the mood to just body some shit. So he told me 10, so I'm riding with it.
Patron, this is relaxed. See, Patron, if he wasn't relaxed, he wouldn't have waited till 10.
Yeah. See. Yeah, but no, like it.
You got that. You right.
I got the beat. I was in the mood to just body a beat, and so this is what came out of it. But depending on the mood, I will skip the beat. Like this beat might not have caught my attention on any other night. Right. It might have been something else that caught my attention. Eddie's done some stuff for me that is way all over the spectrum in terms of like this is actually outside of his norm. This production.
Would you consider yourself a moody person?
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah, I'd say I'm moody.
Then I can't wait to hear your project.
Yeah. It's not too shabby, if I must say so myself.
So let's go ahead and play the record. We'll definitely talk about that project, which is on coming up here soon. But we'll do that in our second hour. Also, Cory will perform a unreleased track that'll be dropping next week later on in the show as well. So stay right here with myself, D Money,
Pint Size Patron
IDYourself, you
and Cory Tate here in the studio. So don't worry, this is Fresh Juice on Rainier Avenue Radio. Cory Tate, Self-Aware, featuring Speedy, the artist, production by
Eddie K.
Yo, which one of you? I'm dead. I was washed up. I won't get out of bed. I didn't have time then. I got time now. Do you really want to find out how it ends? Ain't really year one for me, homie. I've been with my family. Y'all been all about a bins. I've been all about the means to an end. If you think that means I quit, please, dog. All of y'all are out of meds. Hit the ring, I'll be up. Be glad I got my feet up. Be happy that I'm chilling so that you don't gotta keep up. Cause if I really really started looking at you like some beef, bruh. Ain't no vegan gonna tell me what to eat up. Put some hollandaise sauce on and let it drip.
Eat it with some shrimp, feeling like a pimp.
Yeah, looking at my Fitbit, about to get my steps in. Walking up and down, y'all ass, a quick trip. Cause if I wanted to, I'd embarrass a lot of you. It's been a while since I thought of you, and honestly, I tried to give it up. I walked away and couldn't give it up. What else is there to do than try to rip the life up out of you? It's what I did to rip, God rest his soul. If I had to do it again, wouldn't have took so long. He outstayed his welcome like a decade ago. I ain't the same up from a decade ago. I done growed up, got a different outlook now. I was so burnt out, still a real cat. Only got a couple of dogs, and we ride for our fam like homeward bound. I could pull up on y'all like the rent do, but I ain't gonna risk a hair just to run that crown. Only body I'ma catch is my nephew. When I throw him in the air and he come back down.
Embodiment, a body it. I don't know how to quit. Maybe grew out a bit. Y'all do the opposite. I don't know how to get to the point when it's not obvious. You're not who you are. It's like you modeling for people that don't even know you exist. Tell me what is a hybrid? I'm a propeller in the air. I cannot tell if you there. Baby, I'm self-aware. Yeah. I'm a propeller in the air. I cannot tell if you there. Baby, I'm self-aware.
Yeah. If you had to deal with me, I wouldn't want to be ya. I forgot to throw a Molotov inside your Kia. Inappropriate as hell like Kelly and Aaliyah. Everything I do is onomatopoeia. Get it poppin' whenever I bang on the speaker. On a wave splashing in my shell toe Adidas. I'm still a Martian that we got me beamed up. Yeah, he a dumb up anyway. Waiting for a jury to convict him any day. If it doesn't happen, I'ma take it as the evidence. Our government isn't worthy of us to be defending it. If they want the wall, I say they build around the premises of Pennsylvania Avenue and free us of the pestilence. I'm about to stick the Baba Yaga on all of the delegates, Democrats and Republicans. All of the representatives can get it. Ain't no question that the shook her up and they can fit it. I just wish that they'd admit it. The record industry ain't really different. As far as I can tell, you gotta stick another rapper to get a hit or imitate another better rapper with a bigger hit. To be one of the cooler kids, I couldn't really give it a shit. Wonder what would happen if I step up in the cypher with this shit. Go get the shovel, kid, get the ditch. Put yourself in it, pull the dirt in. This is Fight Club, Tyler Durden. You get the right plug, put the work in. Have the right stuff, get the swerving. Switch lanes whenever you feel like. Zigzag, go left when they feel right. I do me every day cause it feel right. You do them and pretend that it's real life.
Embodiment, a body it. I don't know how to quit. Maybe grew out a bit. Y'all do the opposite. I don't know how to get to the point when it's not obvious. You're not who you are. It's like you modeling for people that don't even know you exist. Tell me what is a hybrid? I'm a propeller in the air. I cannot tell if you there. Baby, I'm self-aware. Yeah. I'm a propeller in the air. I cannot tell if you there. Baby, I'm self-aware.
What's the big old deal? It's your boy OG Mambo. Take a sip of this fresh juice on Rainier Avenue Radio with D Money, Pint Size Patron, and ID Yourself.
Atlantic Street Center has been serving the children, youth, and families of the Seattle-King County area since 1910. We partner with families and communities to raise healthy, successful children and youth through services including counseling, early learning, youth development, domestic violence, and education support for school-aged children. Committed to serving the African-American community, Atlantic Street Center provides services and support for all marginalized people. Learn more at AtlanticStreetCenter.org.
You're listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world. I'm Granville Emerson along with my partner, Ronald Pepe Bean. And we host the show Lidline Sports right here on Rainier Avenue Radio.world, where we talk about football, basketball, local sports, national sports, Seahawks, UW, Seattle U Redhawks, Garfield Bulldogs, all that and more right here on Midline Sports on Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Mga kaibigan, ito po si Kuya Bert Kawili.
And this is Miles Salvador from Australia.
And I'm Norb Kawili, also known as Norbcam. Kung gusto niyo po ang latest news and events from the Philippines at the local Filipino community, Phil Radio po.
We play Filipino music and interview guests from all around the world.
And I'll keep you updated on the latest Seahawks and sports news. Kaya always tune in, Phil Radio, every Tuesday, 1 to 2:30 p.m. Pacific Time on Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
And in YouTube and Facebook. Salamat po.
Wash your hands, don't touch your face, wipe things down, clean up your space. When you cough and sneeze, do responsibly. If you feel you're getting ill, isolate at home and chill. No, you're not alone. Please pick up your phone and call 206-477-3977. King County 206-477-3977. Public Health 206-477-3977. King County 206-477-3977. Public Health Community Radio Station will provide you with more information. Say Rainier Avenue Radio. Your community radio station will provide you with more information. Rainier Avenue Radio.
Yo, what's good? This Swamp Tiger. Y'all listening to Fresh Juice with Pint Size Patron, D Money, and ID Yourself on Rainier Avenue Radio.
Live from the other side, where so many of us cried. So just that I loved her the same day that her mama died. They ask how I'm doing, I reply that I'm still alive. Even in these dark times, still there is no place to hide. I live in a crisis. These days I have too many vices. Go to sleep and all I hear is the sirens. Wake up and all I see is the violence. I gotta turn off devices. Mama said this ain't no time to be silent. I gotta lead by example. Tired of crying and just lighting up candles. My anxiety's getting harder to handle. Really not sure what I can do. Wrote a letter to myself on some things I felt. Worried about my mental health. I'm hoping this could help. I been through it all and still I'm overcoming. My eyes are red and my nose is running. Won't even say a word because I'm up to something. I had to get my own back. Too many sick in frontin'. I used to have goals of fake hubs in every flavor. I had to leave my own hood because I wanted something greater. Who would have thought that finding yourself, you could also find haters. I came from the dirt, the underdog, and the undertaker, and did songs with scissor, but still I'm shaking rocks to get the paper. Man, I'm tired of hand-to-hand games. Damn, the man changed. My heart's cold. Who's the one to blame? Is it me or you? Because these times are hella critical. Are you more concerned about the username or the individual? I'm praying for you, dog, so let's keep it spiritual. You know your image good when your son wants to marry you. See, the only thing I brag about is being a dope dad. Trying to make my moms proud and give my sisters everything they never had. My girl really a boss. Some days I feel like staff. She wanted an LLC before she asked for a bag. My grandfather passed. He said, Chris, take care of the family. Give them food for thought. You gotta open up your pantry. Cause I've been in my A. They thought I moved to Miami. I'm trying to hold it down even when they can't stand me. My homie said, Chris, you could change the world, and I believe him.
I believe him too, man. Rainier Avenue Radio's Fresh Juice. That is Cass, otherwise known as Chris Casanova. Anxiety is the new record out of Brooklyn. New music right there.
Not gonna lie, I immediately jumped on YouTube Music and subscribed. That was a great song. That was a great song.
Oh.
And the backtrack, your song was actually featuring Speedy and not Prometheus Brown.
Buddy.
That was a
You
miss.
reminded me. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Patron. My bad.
And also, JJ Grant said he was speaking about your song. Nice delivery, great sound and flow.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you, JJ.
He said it was a 10 too.
Appreciate.
Or that might.
I think he was talking about when he said 10.
He was joking because I said it's 10 and then I started cussing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right. Yeah, it is 10. Yeah.
I'll be real with you. I was listening to I was gonna speak on his record too with Cory. I was listening to it and I'll be completely all the way 1,000 with you. I gotta go run it back. I gotta wait till this episode is over and run it back. That was a really, really nice verse. I enjoyed it very much. The bars I did catch, I really enjoyed. You were really, really metaphorical with it. And in regards to the break record, if you guys know who Coda the Friend is, that's the vibe I was kind of getting with.
Yeah, Coda the Friend, yeah. It's all that. It's that East Coast lo-fi vibe.
I don't believe I've heard of him
lately. Coda the Friend.
You should really check out Coda the Friend.
I think we've played Coda the Friend's music on this show before.
Gotcha. Maybe I wasn't here for that one.
Yeah, but it's a dope record because it really takes you into his head. Like it plays on that whole concept of anxiety, all the things that he's feeling anxiety about. So yeah, it's really dope. But we're live right here on Rainier Avenue Radio's Fresh Juice, 10:12 p.m. Yes, it is after 10. And myself hosting live with myself, D Money.
Pint Size Patron.
ID yourself, you heard.
And we got Cory Tate here in the studio joining us live here for another hour until 11 p.m.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
So one thing that really caught our eye, these past, couple of months, is just this series of single after single after single, man. I mean, I'm throwing just some of these covers here on the screen. Like all of these will drop within the past 2 months or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
you said it like it was effortless. Yeah.
I mean, most of these songs are not new to me.
Okay, they're not new.
They're new. They're new to everybody else. I've been recording stuff. I put a studio. I think last time I was here, maybe it was last time I was here. I might have had the studio by then, but I've put a studio in my house as of the last several years.
Oh, congrats!
And even here recently in my new place, I actually have a room for it. Before it was in my bedroom. Now it's like I have a room. I built my own sound panels. Like I have, as far as I'm concerned, I have a legit studio in my house. So like, and I did that so that I can, produce what I want to produce and create what I want to create, not feel burdened by like some kind of expectation. I do it when I want to do it and how I want to do it. And I make the music I want to listen to first. And if everybody else wants to join in with me and listen to my music as well, then, obviously I don't want to listen to it by my lonely, but I will. And so a lot of these songs I've been sitting on for a little while because I did like the pandemic hit and just like I kind of lost a little bit of momentum for a while.
I feel like everybody kind of started squirreling and like kind of harvesting all their good records and putting them in the tree and waiting for the world to kind of open up for them to be like, all right, look, let's just see what everybody got.
Yeah, I mean, from pretty much 2016 up until now, there's been plenty of things to talk about. We've got plenty of things that we can converse about. And there's plenty of content to touch on. But I think that we hit a couple of years where it was like there was just more important things to worry about than whether or not we were going to drop a record. And at least for me, that was like that. Like I was, I've got a family and everything. So I sat on these songs for a long time. So the songs that are coming out right now have been recorded for anywhere from 6 months ago to a year and a half, 2 years even. So it is effortless in the sense that they were there already. I just had to finish the mixes. That was not like the studio came down for a while. It went inactive for a little while. I couldn't finish some songs.
Right. So speaking of what you're talking about, how old is this record specifically?
This record I wrote in like 2020. So this one's
fairly
a little
new.
Yeah. I mean, all of them that are coming out are still within the last like probably 2 years, but I was definitely sitting on stuff.
I was gonna ask, dropping them singles back to back like that, is that something you're gonna continue to do?
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely a project. There's definitely a couple projects actually. These ones are all for a project called Professional Hobby Rapper.
Professional Hobby Rapper.
And I like how you dropped it because it's like I was actually speaking about this with Randy from Undercast about it's more sensible to drop a song at a time than to drop a whole project at once.
It's better visibility wise. It's better for optics. So this is how I always
it's the same amount of work.
as an artist, I value the album. I value
the
album.
I think most artists would.
I value the album experience. I almost never just put on a playlist or put on my likes on shuffle. I almost always I want to hear a specific song. I put the album on that song is from, and I listen to that album. New Music Fridays hit, I put up a queue of albums. I'm not just listening to like one song from each album. Like Drake's album drops, I'm listening to the album. I'm not listening to the first song and then bouncing to something else. So to me, I kind of equate it to like a mosaic painting. Like each song is a dot, and that dot could be beautifully colored on its own. But when you put it together with in the sum of its parts and as the whole project, you get the full painting. And I'm not saying I'm like super artsy, like my project's going to be like this
super cohesive, but still it's all part of a project.
It's still part of a full listening experience. Right. So I still strive for EPs and albums. I'm still when I'm recording songs, that's probably to my detriment. I will sit on songs because I want it to be part of a project, and I don't want people to hear it too early. Where I should be thinking like, put the song out so people can hear it. You know what I mean?
And
Like,
what you consider that is a formal rendition, and we can appreciate something like that. I tell people like when I get off stage, I tell them I appreciate you paying, or you know what I'm saying, being here for my rendition.
Right.
But that's like, you know what I'm saying, a really formal way of presenting your project. And I see what you're saying. And like you guys were talking about, you know, it really is good for digital platforms and the digital footprint for you to be dropping every song on your album.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Or darn near.
No, I mean, I've been
Whatever.
enjoying dropping it. I've been enjoying dropping them like that. I'll probably continue to do that. I do have this project. I have a group project that I'm working on with Aeon and Chris Kemp called
It's
Demons.
just not common. People are just stuck on really only releasing 1 or 2 songs, and I get driven crazy about it because then I go on their album and I hear all these dope records, and I'm like, okay, word.
Right.
Word.
Yeah.
Meh.
Yeah, bro. Meh.
So of these the 8 ones that have dropped so far,
I was
man.
gonna say, who does the artwork?
I did the artwork for all of those.
Nice.
All of them. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep.
What about
Very nice, sir. I like the cheetah. Is that that's a jackal?
It's a hyena.
Hyena.
All right.
It even says hyena, bro.
It kind of does, yeah. But of
It looked
those,
like a
It
hyena.
does say hyena. It's small print, bro. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at this.
Oh, okay.
You called it a jackal?
of the 8 records that have dropped so far in this series, which one's your favorite?
I think The Grudge is probably the most personal. It's the most real.
Yeah.
That seems to be the one that got the most.
Wait, are you talking about favorite artwork or favorite song?
My favorite song. I think The Grudge probably. It's at least the most personal, which makes it up there. I really like Cool Jerk. I think Cool Jerk's a bop. Cool Jerk's that one that you can dance in your kitchen to. Remember that reminds that's my version of a Joyner Lucas Eminem song. You know what I mean? Like me and the dude that's on that kind of spaz out, and it's got that real energetic, upbeat, double time type flow to it. I mean, I can't
ask real quick. My ADHD is going crazy. Which one of those artwork? Can you put that back up, D Money?
Okay.
Which one of these artworks took you the longest to make? These are really good.
That's a good question.
I think Live Like This took the longest because my dude OG Rap, shout out OG Rap. He's a Chicago MC, and so I pulled a picture from his Facebook, and I pulled a random picture of mine, and then I found a random background, and I've never done composite work like that. So, it was a lot of back and forth to YouTube to watch tutorials and figure out how you do the color correction and match the colors up and get the shading right. Like I had to really I basically learned how to Photoshop even further. That one progressed my skills. It's not that good. It's not that good of a cover, but it's definitely the one that
I'm in the videography and film production in general, but it's just like that I work with Adobe Premiere Pro, so I'm looking at what you're working with. I'm like, man, like I wish I could do that, but it's like that's the other side of it. The Photoshop side is like the other.
Well, he does a lot of
that's
flyers,
good
man.
work. It's good work.
I've seen a lot of ID-yourself flyers, man.
Yeah.
He's been on it.
I'm gonna have to hit you up, bro. For real.
Yeah, we could talk. For sure. The simple ones are always the easier ones to make, and I actually think the simpler ones can turn out,
man.
They can turn out better. Like that, the watch one for 24.
That was hard.
That it's just a Rolex. I blanked out the word Rolex and put my name in its place. You know what I mean?
It's showing how less is more. You know?
Yeah. I really tried to do something crazy with the watch one. I was gonna have my wrist in the photo, and I don't have a Rolex, so I was gonna have to photo impose it, composite it on top of my current watch, and then I was like, what if I just zoomed in right on the face and did that? And it looks fire. I think that's one of my favorite ones, and
I like that one.
The easiest one.
Hey, can you zoom in on that one, D Money, the watch one?
No, I can't zoom in, unfortunately.
Well, you can go listen to it on Spotify.
Trying to get me with them Cory Tate timepieces, man.
It's that kingly shit.
Stacy says it looks like a Bay Area mixtape.
It does. Yeah. I definitely borrowed a little bit of E40 for that one for sure.
Yeah, right.
You got another
in a
record
major
for
way.
us?
So now on that note, there's another record dropping next week, man.
I do have a record dropping next week. It is called Lose My Mind, as you can see right here, produced by the great Brainstorm. Shout out Brain.
I want to ask you about this. Can you talk about the words on your head?
Well, the song touches on a bunch of. This is another song that I wrote like pretty heat pandemic during BLM, during a lot of things going on. It's not the only thing that I touch on. I think it's just one of the things that I touch on the hardest is just racism in like how things are going in our world right now. I'm not. I don't fancy myself an activist. I don't fancy myself like a. I'm not running out.
You're reading my mind. Go ahead.
Not
Keep
running
talking.
out to every protest or nothing like that. But especially as a white MC, I feel like we need to speak against that stuff.
I feel it.
Because it's really easy to just be looked at as like somebody who is participating in the culture for self-gain rather than because they love the culture. And
have you experienced any like situations where you're hanging out with your hip hop friends, or something weird went down or anything like that? Or
no, not a ton. No,
that's good. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, no, like you mean like toward me?
Well, yeah, I guess because like okay, so for example, we'll say you're kicking it with me, right? And then like say somebody watches us part ways, and we dap up and all right, peace out, and that's it. We get in our cars. And then I'm gone, and then somebody may say something to you in a sense of like, oh, you can go with those dudes. And it's like, it seems like it's a negative on you to be around us.
No, I haven't gotten any of that.
That's good.
But I don't think anybody would actually say that to me because I think that I make my stance pretty clear.
Sure.
I really don't. I really don't. I mean, I broke ties with a good friend publicly. Yeah. And I don't want to get it too into it. I get into it a little bit. No need. But like I broke ties with a good friend publicly because of differences in opinions and ideals. And like I've made it a point to let people know that like I stand here. And if you don't stand here, we don't have anything else to talk about.
Well, no offense to anybody else on the panel, but from a black man and a grown one in the 21st century, I want to say thank you. I just wanted to touch on that personally and speak to you and ask about it before I spoke and assumed. But
yeah, absolutely,
thank you for rocking with us. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I like it's not lost on me that like I'm not participating in a culture that's mine. You know, like I think that's important. That's why like dudes like Tom McDonald are like just the salty.
I can't even start with that right now, man. Oh my gosh.
That's just that's the kind of thing. That's the kind of mentality that like you have the right to be there. Like no one's going to stop you necessarily, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you understand why this is here in the first place. And if you don't understand why this is here in the first place, you shouldn't be able to speak on it. Or you shouldn't, or maybe not be able to.
Or maybe the thing you're speaking is asking questions.
You can do what you want, but you should be speaking on it out of a place of respect. And if it's not
right, ask questions or something, dude. Like,
yeah. Man,
I don't want to get too soapboxy, but
no, my bad. But yeah, so that
no, you're good.
You made that too, though. You made that too.
No, I did not make that one. J Bars made that one.
Oh,
the homie Bars. Yeah,
Bars.
Yeah. Sometimes I know kind of like. I know what I want to see, but I don't trust my own skills to do it.
Well, I know Bars is really political and really, really strong about that same specific side of defense when it comes to the BLM and everything that's in between that and between us all and obviously the internet or whatever. Like I've been kicking it with Bars since like knee high to a grasshopper type stuff. Yeah. So it's like me and Bars like grew up around it, and it's just like we graduated like the class in general like around like 04 or 05 type deal, whatever. But like from that era to like now, it's like, yo. And then I see him at random throughout the years, and it's like, what up? And he'd be like, what up? And dap up, how you been? Part ways, everything is Gucci. And I'm thinking in my head, like, people must think we look crazy right now. You know what I'm saying? He got his big beard, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, they probably think he's just a white dude when he's not.
It's apparently a white rapper prerequisite these days. We all got to have this big fluffy fucking.
It's not even that. It's just like people perceive him for just a white dude, and he's not even just white. But beyond that, it's like he's a multitude of. He's a layered person, and just like yourself, you're a very layered person. I'm coming to learn, but it's like, man, I'm glad that you kind of link and mingle with the same like-minded type people, because that's
just awesome, Bars is the homie. I've known Bars for a real long time. Bars was on my first mixtape, and that mixtape came out in 2007.
He's awesome.
Bars and Logic back when he went by Logics.
Yeah.
Calls himself A Chris now, I think.
Yeah.
Let's check this record out, man.
But we actually have to go to break real quick. But when we come back,
shoot,
Cory Tate's gonna perform "Lose My Mind" live. before it drops next week.
If I can figure out how to hold this mic without making it sound all like a lightsaber.
Hey, so before we go break, where we find it at? Where we gonna find it?
It comes out next Wednesday, but you'll be able to find it anywhere that you stream music.
Gnarly Party. Apple Music is where I'll be.
Spotify, the YouTube Music, all of that.
I'm on Apple. That's what's up.
And so while Cory Tate figures out how he's going to hold his mic during this performance, pay some bills and be right back on Rainier Avenue.
Get him with the LO. Get him with the LO.
Yo. What's good, y'all? This is King Kazza from the Mad Crew. And right now, I'm vibing out to Rainier Avenue Radio, Fresh Juice, with hosts D-Money, Pint Size Patron, and IDYourself, representing that true school hip-hop. C-Town to the worldwide. Peace.
And welcome to our live studio audience for another exciting edition of Did You Know? And here we go with round one. Did you know?
The COVID vaccine is free and easy to get. You don't need insurance or an appointment to get your vaccine. Vaccines are available at many locations near you.
And now we're going to double the value. Did you know?
The COVID-19 vaccine is always free of cost. Visit pharmacies, community health centers, and other health providers in your neighborhood.
And now for the lightning round. Did you know?
The Delta variant of COVID is a mutation that has health experts worried because it's twice as contagious.
Then for our finale. Did you know?
The best way to protect yourself from the COVID Delta variant is to get fully vaccinated. Get your vaccine today.
Find out more at kingcounty.gov/vaccine. Did you know?
Welcome to the Fitness Corner. I'm your host, Mark Bryant, and you're going to get a whole total body workout on my show, starting off with a warm-up, aerobics, strength training, cool down, and stretching every Friday from 11:30 to 12 right here on Rainier Avenue Radio.
Hi, I'm Paul Pearson of StarTime. Did you know that back in the 9th century, Rainier Avenue Radio was the host of the first annual Gregorian Chantoff? Man, that was tight. Well, times have changed and so have we. Now you can hear all the great Rainier Avenue Radio shows on our mobile app for Android and iPhone. It's completely free on the Google Play Store and the iPhone App Store. The Rainier Avenue Radio app.
Support Rainier Avenue Radio comes from Black Art Legacies, a multimedia project highlighting the vital role of Black artists and Black arts organizations, past and present, across the Northwest cultural landscape. Black Arts Legacies include video, photos, and written profiles highlighting 26 local artists and their unique contributions to the arts in Seattle and beyond. Visit crosscut.com/BAL to explore the artists, download podcasts, and more.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Bo Blast, and you're now tapped into Rainier Avenue Radio. You're listening to Fresh Juice with your host, D-Money, Pint Size Patron, and IDYourself.
I'm lit. All of this drip on my fit. Got my edition of brick. Shot it, she thick. Wanna cry, baby, on the dick. Go on there and throw a little fit. We deep in this bit. Yeah, we deep in that bit. Everybody in this war lit. Pockets on thick. Hell yeah, pockets on thick. And everybody in this war lit.
I tell them, hold up, wait a minute. You know what's going up if the fresh boy in it. It's cocaine right if I'm laid back in it. Right. On some new shoes if I came back in it. Shorty know the vibes, I'm litty. The whole little boy, cause I'm something like Drizzy. When I fall in the spot, know the pockets on Biggie. And you gotta take that, I yell it like it is. Take that. I blow a bag on the drip. And if I'm suited in it, know the frame's gon' hit. The ice is like water, so they all wanna dip. But I'ma slide on Holly, little mama on thick.
I'm lit. All of this drip on my fit. Got my edition of brick. Shot it, she thick. Wanna cry, baby, on the dick. Go on there and throw a little fit. We deep in this bit. Yeah, we deep in that bit. Everybody in this lit. Pockets on thick. Hell yeah, pockets on thick. And everybody in this lit.
All the chat, you can kiss it with your lips. Let them for his homeboy, yeah, bitch, I double dip. Yeah, you cute, but ain't nothing in your pocket but the lint. Got that alkaline water, you got that Flint. Kitty got that drizzle. We poppin', so don't be brittle. The ops is cheap like McGriddles. You bitches just know so little. Sick of me, where's the spill? Icebox, I don't need no chisel. They tryna figure me out. Ain't no answer to my riddle. I be big grippin', tootsie pop, big lickin'. I ain't even turned on if you ain't trickin'. Need my money in my D, super size. Thick, you time I shake my
I'm lit. All of this drip on my fit. Got my edition of brick. Shot it, she thick. Wanna cry, baby, on the dick. Go on there and throw a little fit. deep in this bitch. Yeah, we deep in this bitch. Everybody in this was lit. Pockets on thick. Hell yeah, pockets on thick. And everybody in this was lit.
Yeah, this is for the niggas that was frontin' on me. Yeah, I'm talking niggas that was frontin' on me. Shout out to them if that was frontin' on me. Can't forget them if that was frontin' on me. This is for them niggas that was frontin' on me. Yeah, I'm talking niggas that was frontin' on me. Shout out to them if that was frontin' on me. Can't forget them if that was frontin' on me.
All of this drip on my fit. Got my additional brick. Shot it, she thick. Wanna cry, baby, on the dick. Go on there and throw a little fit. We deep in this bitch. Yeah, we deep in this bitch. Everybody in this was lit. Pockets on thick. Hell yeah, pockets on thick. And everybody in this was lit.
Yeah, man. Rainier Avenue Radio, Fresh Juice. That is Mark Handsome, who was
Bro, she was moving one glute at a time. I was trying to pay attention to the lyrics until some girl in black just all I saw was her back and the side of her face. And I'm like, jeez.
Speaking of, yeah,
it was wonderful.
Mark Handsome is
wonderful.
actually signed to Jim Jones' Vamp Life, but that features Holly Michelle, who is actually from here in Seattle. We've had her on the show before.
Yeah, she's dope.
And Super J on that record.
Shout out to Jimmy, man. Jimmy's really making big plays right now, and actually, I appreciate him opening up the Fit Lit Gym because I hope they make that way all the way out to the West Coast because it's really dope for people to put their money back into health and mental health, obviously, but physical health as well, and anything that can help us stay cleaner internally so we can externally produce more positive things for the world is just awesome. So shout out to Jimmy.
Yeah, definitely. And like we said, shout out to Holly as well. I know you were staring at Holly, but
oh man, I mean,
guest of the show.
So was I. So was I. Holly, I am single now.
That's out there.
This episode is getting thick, yo.
I'm just saying. Jesus Christ.
Thick.
It's getting thick. Yo, so I went, real quick side story. I went to this, I'm not even going to say the chain. I went to this fast food joint, right? And I'm ordering a shake. And everything went great. But, like, when I got the shake, the dude was like, hey, yo, have a thick day. Because I asked him. Because I asked him.
Don't mind if I do.
But, like, he asked me at the box. Like, he asked me, he was like, yo, do you want your shake to be, like normal, like a drink, or do you want it to be thicker? I'm like, yeah, I mean, like I didn't want to be talking to him like that, but I was like, I just said option number 2. I didn't want to like be repeating what he was talking about. But anyway, so you get to the window.
Sir, can you please clarify? Do you mean double C or CK?
Spoon or straw?
He didn't. Yeah, he should have said that. But like basically, I get to the window and he said, "Have a thick day." I'm like, "Word, dog."
Rainier Avenue Radio's Fresh Juice. Y'all got me feeling like I'm losing my mind, yo.
I don't know.
What a smooth transition, Daniel. That segue was on point. It's like you wrote it.
I did not.
He didn't, folks. This is all off the cuff.
But we're going to get a live performance right now, man. Cory Tate, and I do this little record right here, Lose My Mind, production by Brainstorm. Going to do it live, y'all. So here we go. We're going to turn it over to our guy, Cory, and get the music going.
Yeah. So this is a special one. I don't really do a hook on this one, guys. I just let it breathe. Yeah. Shout out Brainstorm for this production. You're a beautiful man. I think I love you. That's what I say. Yeah. I've been feeling befuddled. Mental's a fucking puddle. All 2020 was for the birds to settle. Everyone flocking around like mine. Punch a pelican in the beak for the right kind shine. All it took was a surge for a jump in a spring tan. Y'all like your grudges wear us all out like a spring. What the fudge, they got labeled a hate group. If you had a single blanket on your back like Blink Man, you were villainized. Stripped of that which kept you warm. In the middle of Corona, shit's a perfect storm. Justify cops killing black people for sport. And got the nerve to be surprised when precincts get torched. Bitch, where? I'm on my J-Rock these days. Got a shotgun in the crib, won't helicopter these days. I know the world keeps spinning, helicopter blades. But if it don't start spinning in more positive ways, I might just flip out, cop a shuttle and dip out. This planet is a trip house, sunk in a ship to get out. Didn't buy any Bitcoin, I'm feeling like I missed out. It's all about the haves and the have-nots, the widths and the withouts, the project hallways and the rich house. People in the middle,
with a little bit of scratch, but not enough to spend how they wanna. It's drama. I don't believe in karma, but I hope that's something that I'm wrong about, cause I think everybody got a little tired of shit in 2020. Yeah, and I'm worried I might never get it back, dog. If I go down, I might stay down like Black Hawk. Human beings are fucked up, that's a fact, dog. Most are only watching out for their own backs, dog. I hope that you protect your energy and keep those that's trifling at bay. I had to drop a few bros, they weren't vibing the same. We had a nice little thing we were trying to cultivate, and after years of ignoring it, couldn't look past the hate. You can ask Brain, we had that discussion. It wasn't an easy choice, I wouldn't wish it on no one. But my best friends in the community, he actively oppressed by simply opting not to vote yes. I let that go, that's something I can't forgive, but I'm hoping she did. I'm hoping she knows how important that she is to the kid. I think she did, cause she made me godfather to hers. The most beautiful baby girl that I've seen on this earth. She got that black girl magic twinkling in her eyes. I understand what that is, having her in my life. And I ain't looking forward to the day when she need advice on what to do when racism arrives. I'll tell her I'm not really sure. I never had that experience. I'd like to tell you turn the other cheek like Martin Luther did previous. But if they don't let you take that high road, turn around, punch that bitch right in the nose, then tell your Nino, bet you Yeah, so those last bars are directly for my goddaughter, Stacy's daughter, Heather's daughter. She's wonderful, and if I ever find out about any fuckboy fucking with her like that, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a fucking big problem.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Cory Tate live, ladies and gentlemen.
Lose My Mind comes out next Wednesday. Hope you enjoy it. We shot a video for this over the weekend too, by the way.
Nice.
That video is in production currently. My guy Derek Grimm is doing the video. 9 Media. Shout out him.
Stacy's loving it.
She better be. I wrote it for her.
Hey, what did I say about the kids, man? They can listen after 10.
Yeah.
I agree with the kid, yo.
No, I got the AirPods in, man. I got the left one in, the right one's charging.
All right.
You just don't want to go to bed right now, so.
Sup, big guy?
What's up? You want to say hi, Bumba?
Sup, big guy?
All right, so KJ Grant says that was nice. Got me tuned in, and I hear you.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah. Dropping this Wednesday. Lose My Mind. And
Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday. Sorry.
Today is this Wednesday. We are in this Wednesday.
next
The
Wednesday.
future is now.
The future is now.
Thank you, JJ.
Grant
Thank you.
Loves it. Okay.
Appreciate
you. Nice. Yeah. Next Wednesday, Lose My Mind. Shouts out to Brainstorm on that beat. That was fire.
Yeah. Brainstorm some peace.
What up, Miss Bellas?
Oh, my mom checking in. Hi.
Hi, Mom.
I'm on TV.
We're going to need your son to wear longer shorts.
Oh, my God.
I've been wanting to say that on air for like 5 years.
Cargo,
No.
That's his blank man.
Janet, take him to the,
Yeah,
take him,
yeah,
take him to the store.
he wears whatever he wants, man. He's the king of this jungle.
Facebooker said, baby.
Everybody's gonna get baby fever
That's
now.
what they're all here for now. If we get more views because you brought your kid on this on the camera,
What's up, little
I would have
baby?
said to bring the baby on earlier.
Yeah, young Bumba, yeah.
What's
That's my
up?
man, yeah.
That's what you call clickbait right there.
That is fucking clickbait.
Man, yo, make that the thumbnail for the episode, son. Hey, we use the baby for clickbait.
So the album, when are you thinking of dropping Professional Hobby Rock?
Oh, well, you know, the great thing about being an independent artist is whenever the fuck I want.
Okay. I mean, what?
I would really, really like to. There's another video I really want to shoot. There and I would really, really like to do that before dropping it, but that doesn't mean that that's going to necessarily happen. So whenever I get tired of dropping singles and I feel like dropping the album, that's pretty much when that'll happen.
Do you have an idea of the visual for this?
The visual for this?
Lose My Mind?
For what we just listened to?
Yeah, Lose My Mind.
Yeah, that video's in the works. We got
it's
no. I'm asking if we can have like a not like a idea of what it's gonna actually look like, but
you know what
just
the
like
cover,
some
you know
kind
what
of
the
like
cover
a
looks like, right? You saw the cover.
yeah. The kind like the con. Well, I guess I kind of get what
We're doing
what it
that with
looks like,
video.
but I guess like a location or something like kind of.
We're doing this with video.
You basically gonna get a really expensive haircut.
Yeah.
Nice.
It might be hard to
You
visualize.
might as well reenact the whole movie,
but
bro.
it's about to happen. It's gonna
That whole
happen.
that American History X movie changed my life.
It's gonna happen in your face.
Ooh, that deep. That's
That movie fucked my head up.
For real, bro.
That was like, I think that was probably the movie.
I'm waiting for somebody to remake that like in a music video,
Nah,
but like
please
it's gonna
don't.
take some cojones for that.
Nah,
No.
Yeah, it's not like Jurassic Park.
don't.
He said it's not like Jurassic
Nah,
Park.
that movie doesn't. Yeah,
That's the most radical comparison.
it was pretty extreme.
Oh man.
Patron's on his ish, man. Patron's on his
I think
bullshit,
it's
bro.
time to transition to our segment where we all get asked a very poignant question from our own ID yourself. It's called ID the question.
The funny part about this this segment is I don't have a question this week. I'm gonna kind of freestyle. I'm gonna think of something right now. I'm gonna ask everybody. No, yeah, no, just give me a second. I think it would be interesting to know what most recent fear everybody just overcame. Some fear of yours, like something that you just don't have a problem. It can't be. It doesn't have to be a fear. Maybe just I call them setbacks. Maybe just something that you were trying to get through. Maybe something that you wanted to stop doing. Something that you don't do anymore, but just basically something that you completely successfully stopped doing, or maybe even started doing to stop doing from something else. You know, for me, it's joining the car club and working on my car club, working on my body kit and my my underglow kit, because it keeps me out of bars. And I even spending money on my car, I still save more money compared to how much money I drank in and outside of bars and at home and so on and so forth. So me staying sober is a part of the big change in my life that I'm enjoying, and so on and so forth, because it gets me my car's all tricked out and cool, and I'm enjoying it, and my son loves the lights and so on and so forth. So what's a big thing, because for me it was drinking, you know what I'm saying, but what's a big thing that you didn't like about what you were doing with your life, or a fear that you've overcome recently?
And y'all on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, you can feel free to disclose any of the fears that you've recently overcome, and we'll give those shots out as well. But
yeah, basically, I'm just was 82 days sober. So
congratulations, bro.
thank you very much. I appreciate it. I just want to completely shed my skin so nobody feels like they have to not share or they have to share. I'm just feeling like sharing, so I'm sharing. But in general,
I'll share.
Everybody on the internet, on Facebook, you guys feel free. If you don't want to share, it's okay. No big deal.
What you got, Corey? What you got?
Not necessarily like a fear, but I went through a pretty rocky. Well, I went through a pretty rocky breakup here about I guess it's almost been a year. It's really hard to think about it like that. I was in a solid relationship for a long time, and it kind of ended out of nowhere.
Oh wow.
And a lot of tension. A lot of turning. Tension, yeah, but there was moving pieces to the puzzle that were still in play when the breakup happened that couldn't just be stopped. You know what I mean? Like
I was talking about, you can't just disconnect life like that.
Sure. I'm just saying, like, you know, things were happening, things still had to happen, even though this was happening. So that happened. And then the job I was at started cutting my hours, and I ended up getting a new one, and it was a good one. And this was all while I'm trying to move out and get back on my own feet, like as a solo. And I have my child. I have my oldest son that lives with me. So I have to find a place for him where he can still get to school. I have to figure all that out. Work starts slowing down. I'm getting like 20 hours a week. It doesn't pay the bills.
I was gonna say,
find another job.
Do you feel more free or too free, or like a variation of both?
Ooh.
Being out of a relationship that you were in for so long.
I mean, that's hard for me to answer right now. Like at times I feel pretty free. At times I feel like very free. Like there's good things to being on your own. There's
right.
But
you get way more done.
I mean, if I'm being honest, like I loved my relationship. I was happy.
Right.
So, no, I get way more done in a relationship. I feel like for some people, they get way more done outside of a relationship.
It was definitely not something that I wanted to have happen. But it did.
Appreciate
So
you sharing,
yeah,
Robert.
for sure. So it did though, and then so the job thing happened. I got a new job, and then that job, like 6 months into it, decided they were going to close the doors and gave us like a month notice. So I'm at this kind of crossroads where like I know I have to find a new job, but how picky do I be? How much do I like really fight to take a step up and maybe get into something that's a little uncomfortable and a little intimidating and a little scary that you know you can do, but is definitely a progression. And I found that, and I'm being given the opportunity for it, and I think it's going to be really good, you know, for personally. But it is definitely intimidating, and it is definitely not something that I've done before. It is a little out. It's within a wheelhouse, but still like new enough that it's scary. You know,
I'm just gonna say that, and there's a quote that I take with me that I was told, and I just don't forget it. But it basically says, "Falling in love is only on the other side of something you've never tried before."
Sure, I feel that.
Like you might just love it.
Yeah. No, I think it's peak. It's turning around and it's getting better. You know, it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just like.
It's not whatever.
It's the job thing that's the overcoming the fear. I've been broken up with before. I have been single before. That's not a fear. That's something I don't want.
So
it's not something that I wanted to have happen. I'm talking about the evolution of just being a man and figuring out that like I have to make a step I need to make a forward step. I can't take a step back. I can't stay. You know what I mean? Like pay wise, I can't stay at the same rate of pay. I can't just go from one job making X amount of dollars to another job making the same amount of money. If I have an opportunity to bump up, I need to find that. If I have an opportunity where I can get into something where there's like a career ahead of me, not just the next job for the next 2 years. I'm saying like someplace where I could build a reputation and retire from. That's what I wanted. And that's what I think I found. And it's beautiful. You know, it's scary, but it's like, you know, I feel comfortable.
You gotta shark it out, bro. Shark it out.
Where I'm going, you know what I mean? Sink or swim. I'm gonna swim every time.
Yes, sir. Shark it out, bro.
I would say putting my studio, getting a legit studio put together finally is a pretty big accomplishment that I'm pretty proud of as well. So you know, I wish I had more time to be in there, but it's there when I want it. And that's
how accomplished and finished it is, and that is beautiful.
Yeah.
KJ said, "I'm still in fear, but I'm progressing slowly."
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Shouts out to you, KJ.
I'll go ahead and share, man. I think the easy answer would be, I think becoming a father was a fear of mine for a while.
Yeah.
But and that's not an easy one, but like for real, because I mean I'm a late bloomer. We can all kind of chime in on that together for me and you, but it's like I was scared too, than a mug, bro. And I don't know about you and your
easy answer, but it's no less relevant.
Well, I was gonna say the tough answer I think right now is like so now it's like, man, I should be getting married. So
yeah.
And that's a big one. I don't think guys get enough credit. I guess I can only see it from my perspective anyway, but I mean, a guy really does have to do, like, that's his decision. A woman, this is the yes or no, like you get to pick on how you're gonna take that, but for a man it's like you really got to take the step. You really, or take the knee.
Took the knee, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, she'll tell you all day long that she's willing to marry you. You guys can shop for rings online together all day long. You can even buy it, but until you
ask the question.
Yeah, dog.
And I just, you know, my fear is like I got a big fear of contracts and stuff like that. Like I don't want this on paper. Like me and you know what it is. You know, this don't need to be recorded. Nobody else is.
I told my girl, I was like, "Yo, I'm good with the what do they call it? The what's that law?
She's listening. This is all just hearsay.
Nah, she knows what I'm talking about. Common law. She knows I'm down with the common law.
Hypothetically.
Nah, she knows I'm down with the common law. I'll be like, "Yo, babe, we married. I don't care what you say."
Here's my thing about marriage.
Not the words that you're hearing.
Here's my thing about marriage, and it might be even more like it. I'm not gonna pretend like my recent experiences haven't lent to this opinion about marriage more, but I wasn't really trying to get married before.
Yeah.
I think marriage is a scam these days. I don't think marriage is worth it. I think people are too fickle. People have too short of attention spans. And I don't think that putting yourself into a position like that with somebody that you love, all it does is create tension and create pressure and I mean, not that it can't be beautiful and wonderful and last forever. It can, But I think that the risk of it not is far outweighs the benefits of doing it these days. So
would you say that having a relationship that lasts until the end of your time cycle with the person you love is better to have that experience without wedding rings compared to the same relationship, same distance of relationship, all the way until the end of life, but with wedding rings?
Absolutely. I
Any
think
women
it's totally to each their own. I think it's 100% to each their own. If you want to be a married person, totally you should be a married person. It's not that I'm like 100% opposed to marriage even for myself, but
you're right.
It is
a whole
that
different time.
it is that these days most marriages end in divorce. You know what I mean? Most people don't even wait to be married to have kids. So like, where is the benefit other than legalities? What other than other than tax benefits and legal benefits and whatnot? And those are all things that like.
Well, not for nothing. A lot of women look at it. I mean,
as a commitment.
No, I was gonna say women. You know, I'm not a woman, but I can see women that look at other women who aren't married almost as a lesser. You know, they're not complete. And that's been a traditional sense.
But women are almost always the ones to leave the marriage first, though.
But you ever notice in the South, they'll walk up to you, a woman will walk up to you in the South and be like in a surprised tone, she'll be like, "Oh, wait."
Like I know a female that like if they get married,
she'll be like, "Oh, you ain't got nobody? Oh, you ain't with nobody? Oh, you ain't. Oh, well, you know."
I've never looked at the statistics.
No, but some women will throw their husband in your face.
I've never looked at the statistics, but I feel like I hear about women leaving men more than I hear about men leaving women. Men might fuck up marriage. Men might fuck up marriage. That's the reason for it.
No, that makes sense.
I feel like that's why dudes say they're scared of their wives, because like if you're really
ask the question, so for them to leave the marriage, it'd be like they made the wrong decision.
Yeah.
So it would, and most men are stubborn. So
whether who leaves the marriage is first is whether that point of my point is true or not.
Right.
I feel like most marriages end in divorce, and if it's going to end in divorce, what the fuck is the point?
I was gonna say, like
marriage is supposed to be forever, and if you can't stick through the hard shit, then you just shouldn't get married.
You brought up the idea.
So what would be a way to show somebody that you want to be with them forever without actually getting married? How
and I was just saying, like, you don't even
be
like
with them forever.
They used to give dowries. You know, people
What's that?
Still do. When you get married, the wife's dad, the man's dad is supposed to give up like a cow or something.
Oh,
okay, that's the term for that. Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Like
show a goodwill, or
they give a cow to the family to basically help the cow to feed the family.
And then there was also the tradition of the woman's dad is supposed to pay for the wedding.
Yeah,
I thought it was the man's dad.
No, it's the woman's dad that's supposed to pay for the wedding.
And it's a way old tradition.
But we're in 2022, and why is it gotta be like I mean, I'm just saying, like, it doesn't mean what it used to mean. Now it's just a sim. Now it's just
that's because nobody's throwing jackets on puddles no more. We get it, but it's like
I'll throw a jacket on a hoe. I'll put the jacket down.
I said a puddle, not the hoe.
Well, I thought you said hoe. I'll still throw a jacket on a hoe. I pull out chairs. I'll open doors.
Stacey, I didn't mean it as a generalization, but I've seen women. I've definitely seen
the garden utensils don't need to be misused.
Once they get engaged, they're talking to all their friends about, I'm married, or you know what I'm saying? They just think higher of themselves.
All right. Each party needs to understand each other's wants and agree on them individual before marriage is agreed.
Thanks, babe.
Yeah, I know, and I agree with that. Like I said, each their own. Some people want to be married, and I think that's totally
because when we got into our relationship, we were individually perfectly fine as individuals. We personally chose to get into this relationship and create.
It doesn't always take two to mess up
together,
a marriage.
and
sometimes it only takes the one.
Well,
it does not always take two to mess up a marriage.
I love how it's only the girls for commenting on this one.
That's because it's only men in here.
Where are you at, KJ?
I know, right? We need some dudes to weigh in there.
Anyway, we're out of time.
Sometimes nobody. Hey, last point. Sometimes nobody messes up a marriage and it still ends.
Yes.
Sometimes
people just grow
take
apart
that, ladies.
And then I bring it back again to what the fuck was the point in the first place if you're just gonna grow apart?
Man,
I ain't getting married.
And on that note, we got to split.
Happy no.
Yo, where can I find this clip so I can? Yo, where can I find this episode clip so I can go back and listen to his verse, man?
It's a good show, y'all. We got a great first time performance of next week's release, "Lose My Mind," here by Cory Tate.
Yes, sir.
Go cop that Wednesday. Anything else you want to add or say anything before we bounce?
Yeah. Professional hobby rapper coming soon. Demons with Aeon. I almost called it Eon. That's funny. Aeon and Chris Kemp coming out soon. Grown Man Shit with my brother from California, Ace Ha, coming out soon. And more probably. I don't if I feel like it, because I have a studio in my house.
He's a hobby rapper, yo.
I'm a professional hobby rapper.
Just like
you can't never tell anybody with a hobby what to do.
All right, so if you thought this week's episode was funny, next week we got another comedian coming in, Petey Mac. Who
I gotta get a good joke ready for that, man.
Who works with a previous guest of ours, Bo Blast, and has performed at the Super Funny Comedy Club, Nate Jackson. So Petey Mac joining us live next Wednesday, the 29th, same day as the release of "Lose My Mind" by Cory Tate. So join us then, 9 to 11 p.m. Petey Mac joining us live in studio. Of course, with myself, D Money.
Pint Size Patron.
IDYourself, you heard?
All right, well, finish the rigmarole, all the things you need to know.
Stacy.
Facebook.
Hey, Stacy,
group.
I'm getting married. I don't want no smoke.
All right, Facebook group. You can join the Facebook group, watch the show live, facebook.com/group/freshjuicemedia, facebook.com/group/freshjuicemedia. All our songs are on Spotify. You can go download and listen to that. Fresh Juice Mix 2022, Fresh Juice Mix 2022 on Spotify. We're on IG and Twitter at Fresh Juice Media. We live tweet the playlist on Twitter. On IG, we show our clips from the show. Archives, past editions of the show, go to mixcloud.com/freshjuicepodcast, mixcloud.com/freshjuicepodcast, and the link tree. Everything Fresh Juice is at linktree/freshjuicemedia. All right, y'all. Tonight's juice was delicious. Some 100% pure pressed treetop, honey's crisp, 100% apple.
That's a mouthful. What the heck kind of?
Yeah,
bro, you're not getting paid for this.
All right,
yo, whoever did the photoshopping for that label is ridiculous.
Show is next. Peace out and bless.